Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. Before we jump into the actions today, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here on our YouTube channel. Memberships start at just $2 a month, and you gain access to some really cool emotes. In addition to all of that, if you are interested in joining our games, we do have an open slot available in our Friday evening epic level campaign, where you as a new player will be joining at level 19 and then leveling up to 20 as soon as you get your specific goals, and we are going beyond level 20. There's levels 21 through 30 available, and we are playing through all of that. So if you are interested, be sure to reach out and let me know. And if you're interested in a cheaper game, and also very fun one still, the Tuesday group needs one more player to start firing off a consistent campaign that we're going to be playing in our community. It'll be the first new campaign in over a year at this point. Isn't that fucking something? Over a year since we've had a new campaign. Wow. So yeah, if you are interested in that, be sure to reach out to me and let me know. We need 2 total players, but only 1 in order to start playing. So that's where we're at. Go ahead, Samdi, give us a recap. Muted?
Muted.
Okay, yeah.
So after successfully shortly successfully infiltrating the boat and subsequently alerting the 2 occupants inside, we move into combat immediately, with Monkey immediately trying to fire off a couple of bolts at the mage, him starting to counteract and trying to cast spells, where after that, Samdi manages to pin him down with magic, leading to a rather abrupt end less than a turn later from the party. After that, Monkey starts to shoot at Spaulding over and over again, and eventually stands upon him victorious, killing him, air quotes. As suspected, he comes back to life as some sort of strange, shadowy, gooey entity, and begins to try and eat, devour, and all around just corrode everything around him with weird tendrils. Fucking hell. Through a lot of combat, we eventually realized that the giant crystal and the helm of the ship, I believe the term for it was, or engine of the ship, is what is causing this weird corruption to grow from Spaulding, leading to what can best be described as a wild attempt to break it by Bart, leading to his corruption, but not entirely. This makes him a bit of a dick, in the sense that he proceeds to care less and less for the people around him. It's causing him to walk straight over Katarine to get to Spaulding to finish the bastard off. Let's see. Scroll down. Restarts to realize that shit's about to go down. Starts a counter charm. Kat tries to break the crystal again, getting corrupted herself, but not entirely within the control of herself, and proceeds to perceive Bart as the enemy. Reese proceeds to quickly cast Greater Restoration on her, shaking her out of the corruption, and restarting the attempt to contain the crystal. In the meanwhile, Samdi has been eaten alive and is currently being beaten the shit out of by the rest of the party and the acid in the stomach. After that, and a lot of attempting to kill but not kill Samdi, he eventually climbs back out just before Bart manages to actually stab stab Spalding in the stomach, and then proceeds to ooze him. After that, after that, everyone kind of calms down and goes to check on the crystal in the box. Realizing that there's some sort of entity in there, Sandy brings it up. Everyone looks at it, decides what to do with it. Ooze Daddy says that he wants to kill it, and commands Bart to do exactly that. A lot of deliberation is made about whether or not to let Ooze Daddy have it. After agreeing on it, most of the party heads to the deck of the ship, while Reese and Kat stay downstairs to look at it. Oobleck's now taking over the body of Bart. Sorry, I'm forgetting names for some reason. After taking over the body of Bart, it's like, hey, I want some privacy. Causes a wall of ooze to appear around him. Katarine and Reese, not liking that, decide to dimension door in and then proceed to get walled again after a bit of argument. After that, Jublex essentially says, hey, get your people online. I will kill them next time, and leaves. After exiting the ship, we come across a bunch of Valen, who proceed to arrest Reese, for that was the deal, and go about seeing what has happened. We try to describe what's happening, producing a scrap of Spalding left. And we begin to go our separate ways for a bit to do our own things. That's about all I remember and can properly articulate.
That is correct. So, everybody, this is where we begin doing our downtime, guys. Yay! We're starting off with Bart, in case he has to leave early. Asa, since you joined a little late, can you check over the sheet that I put into Roll20 for you, just to make sure that the timing of everything checks out for you and you're happy with it?
Yep, I'll check it.
Perfect. So, Bart, the simple tasks that you wish to commit to, and for everybody, we're just going to do this so we can follow along for anybody who cares to watch. Speak with Nanu about having her take me down to the Hells to deal with her rival on a solo mission. I had to. Unless you guys are cool with us, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so, speaking with Nanu, she is more than happy to bring you down to Hell for a casual meeting. But as for when she wants you to attack somebody and kill them for her, she's going to wait for the opportune moment for her. Not really give you any drastic heads up. Now, remind me, with you, she wanted you to be able to kill the individual that is her rival in Hell, correct? A devil?
Yeah, she said that she wanted me to kill this person, and my understanding being that if you kill the devil, they get sort of knocked down a few pegs. And
Correct.
I said, well, if it happens while I'm still in possession of this, I can just erase them from existence if you prefer.
Yeah, she does not want them erased. She wants them subservient to her. They are
Right.
valuable. She just wants them to be lower tier. So you're going to be doing research for your first few weeks. Is that good with you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, luckily, sorry, not necessarily true. Reese, would you put in a good word for Bart to be able to research specific devils within your church? Because that is the best place to research. Yeah. Do you ask for
I would-
anything? It's your exchange, so whatever you want.
Yes, Bart. Are you trying to make a contract to research at my church?
Fine. What would you like in return?
I don't know. We'll keep it up in the air for now.
Nah, fuck. Fine, you can have a favor to be determined later.
A thing, right? There's gonna be a thing in your future, right? It could be gold, it could be an item, it could be magic, right? But it's gonna be a thing, and I'm gonna be like that one, and I want that.
You want to be able to call dibs on some loot at some point.
Yeah, something simple. I don't want to get crazy. You guys obviously have
Fine.
issues giving kids.
To my knowledge, I don't have any. Ask Wakudra.
But yes, not an issue.
Sure, that is fine by me.
I would put it-
Mark down your character sheet. 1 free loot dibs with Bart.
Free dibs. Just something
Yeah.
stupid. And I would let Rossman know.
Perfect. Well then, Bart, you have access to their personal archives pertaining to the Hells and research and everything else you need to know. She will only tell you the name/title of the devil that you are going to be hunting in due time.
That's enough to get me started. I can do my own research from there. So, I guess what is the appropriate-
Beltharion the Sinuous Deceiver.
Baltharion, the Sinuous Deceiver. Love it.
Mm-hmm. So, your Firstly, you already paid entry into the church itself to Reese in order to get there, so you don't have to worry about paying that 50 gold. However, if you want to increase your straight intelligence check you're going to be making week by week on this, you need to pay 50 gold per individual that helps you up to a maximum of +6, so 300 gold. It is a straight intelligence, not save, not anything else.
Right. How much money have I got kicking around? Reasonable amount.
Because he needs all the help he can get with the intelligence
Yeah, it's
checks.
just a flat D20 roll at a point.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take a +5 on the first roll.
So 250 gold.
250 gold.
Yep. And this is you paying random imps, random people in the church to help gather this information for you as best as possible.
I'll take let's roll D20 +5. 19.
So actually, I should have downtime mechanics open just so people know. There we go. Nope. Up. Research. Alrighty, 19 is going to get you 2 bits of information about this individual. Firstly, Beltharion appears humanoid for a devil, with midnight black skin that shimmers like obsidian. His lithe, slightly elegant and adorned body is usually complemented with silver-trimmed robes, but though their appearance changes very fluidly. They are referred to as the Sinuous Deceiver because they have a knack for pretending to be an Arrhenius as a devil in order to get unsuspecting men to flirt with them, become ashamed of themselves when they realize exactly what he is, and then ultimately forcing them into contracts and deals, or else tell their wives, their spouses, their communities, usually people of power that would be ashamed of the fact that they fell for a trap.
That's some Loki shit.
Hunting down a femboy.
Bart's dream.
You sent the right guy after him.
Bitch, I'll do it for free.
So, that's the first bit of description that you get about them. However, that is not the only thing that is slightly challenging about this individual. Baltharion possesses an innate talent for weaving persuasive words and deceiving even the most cautious souls. His abilities to negotiate contracts with mortals and otherworldly entities is unparalleled in the Hells, often bending them to his advantage. This skill has granted him access to forbidden knowledge, hidden secrets, allows him to exploit the weaknesses of other devils and demons, making him a very dangerous individual. Of course, Nanu wants him demoted, as you can discern, as she fears his manipulative ways might cause even more chaos and jeopardize the balance of the Hells.
Oh, look at her, keeping everything in balance. Not out for personal gain at all.
So that was your first week of yields. Go ahead. You have a second week. How much money are you putting down on that one?
I will do another +5. I'll spend this one in platinum just so I'm not draining my reserve of gold coins.
Sure.
Which puts me
In
at
certain shops, you
400.
cannot use platinum.
28.
And get change
Oh, we
back.
should have divided up the gold, huh? Forgot.
Well, if anybody needs gold, just take it out of the party loot. Just discuss with the party first. Samdi is
Dirty 20.
actually not going to be in Spalding very much. Dirty 20. That is still 2 pieces of information. So, it turns out that Baltharion has mastered the art of traversing the ethereal planes and navigating through the shadows in order to gain access to material realms like your own. This is very strange for powerful devils and entities, as they are not supposed to be able to do it. However, it would appear that they do so based off of a specific series of events. Firstly, Baltharion has to go to a realm that is currently in celebration of something. While they are there, as soon as the energy of the celebration begins to dwindle down, they have to leave abruptly. You're not quite sure why this would be or how they get there in the first place, but now you know the telltale signs of when Baltharion may be appearing. Thirdly, it's always under the guise of night. Never during daylight are they seen. Last week, researching this part, how much gold you tossing in there?
We'll take another +5.
Okay.
Ugh.
7 is enough for 1 bit of information.
Yeah.
+5 for the win. So, because of Baltharion's tactics, they have access to a great many seals and infernal pacts and contracts out there. As such, their abilities range from indistinguishable, what do you call that? Disguises as any type of being that they wish to, all the way to the ability to create a blackened state where they are and nothing can peer in or out of it aside from themselves. So, fairly magical, more dangerous in the sense of deception. Alrighty. That is your first few weeks done researching the devil that you need to now go after. 4 through 6, research any past agents of Ublex and anything else you can find on the Pact of Shadows. Well,
That should say Jublex, by the way.
yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
where do you want to conduct this research?
I mean, I've already got access to the Temple of Asmodeus, right? So whilst the information is going to be more specifically devil-related, I would expect them to have some information on demons, given the nature of how those two forces are directly in conflict with each other.
Fair enough.
So, particularly agents of powerful entities in the Abyss might be something they'd keep tabs on.
Very good.
Probably find a thick file on me.
So on the second week, I am also researching. Could I have brought up that going to Alona would be better since it has the bigger church?
Sure.
Okay.
So long as you're in the same city you guys are passing by, and I believe you're not leaving the city until month almost 3, Reese?
Yeah, but during my research, I'm going to Alona because it's the better of the.
Oh, okay. Then
church
yeah, you come
districts.
across him and go, "Hey, buddy, if you're gonna be doing nothing, there's a better church to go."
Yeah,
Okay, fair enough.
Works for me.
second week.
So, since he's already being teleported, you can just tag along easy enough. And for this church, Reese, you have access to the church, but he still has to pay to get in there.
Yeah, I'm an initiate of high society, so I don't gotta do shit when it comes to these guys.
Yeah, you walk through the front door, but
Yeah.
you can't be like, "He's with me."
Oh, yeah.
They go, "No."
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah. So, Bart, you do have to pay 50 gold just to gain access to their library records.
Done. And same again.
Same exact system as before. How much gold are you putting in there?
We'll do. I mean, fuck, that's something to use my money on. We'll do +5s all round, so I'll drop down to 328. That's actually my maths here. So first week, 22.
We love 22. That is 3 bits of information. Congratulations. Now, some of the information that you're going to find here is information that you already have, but this is just reassuring it and letting you be aware of everything when it comes to Jublix itself. So, Jublix is the essence of chaos. It is an embodiment of chaos and destruction. He revels in spreading corruption, disease, and decay wherever he goes. His followers, known as slime cultists, worship him by creating vile concoctions and unleashing oozes and slimes into the world to bring about disorder and ruin. So now you know what you are considered, Bart. A slime
Great.
cultist.
I have a label.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Slimps.
All right, that's good.
Listen, I honestly vote for Carl to get an inspiration on that. That's great.
He already has one, unfortunately,
Ah.
because he, just like Glenn, put it in roll 20. Good job, Carl. Anyways,
I was the first opposed.
yeah, in a different area. The next thing you learn is the slime pits. Jublix's realm is the slime pits. It is a nightmarish place made up of endless swamps, fitted marshlands, and festering pools of oozing slime. It is said that the terrain of his realm constantly shifts and reforms, reflecting the ever-changing nature of the Demon's Lord's chaotic essence. Third thing that you learn off of this research is Jublix's true form is difficult to comprehend for mortal minds. He appears as a withering mass of slime and ooze with no distinct shape or face. This lack of form adds to the terror he instills in those who encounter him. Some describe him as an amorphous blob with countless tentacles and slime wriggling from his core. which is also why he constantly seeks having a vessel when he wishes to influence any physical planes. Now, research week 5. How much gold?
25, 250 again.
God, you're using so much money on this research. I love it.
What else is it for?
Armor.
I'm in the same
I
boat.
got, my armor's solid. I like my
Alright.
immune to fire armor. Weapon, I might need some money on, but that's what we got passing loot for.
So. The special ability you've been using is apparently a known ability that Jublix's vessels are capable of doing, the Curse of Consumption. In order to feed the insatiable appetite of Jublix, he consumes everything in his path, leaving only desolation and decay behind. His touch can turn living beings into mindless, oozing horrors known as Jublix spawns, perpetuating his relentless desire to consume. Next thing. In the cosmic hierarchy of the Abyss, Demon Lords often form alliances of conveniences or temporary truces. Jublix occasionally allies with other Demon Lords, particularly those with similar chaotic and destructive natures. However, such alliances are usually short-lived, as the essence of chaos often leads to betrayal and treachery, as you have learned from first-hand experience. There is no current known allyship between Jublix or any other Demon Lord. The last one that was known about was that fancy little event that was discussed with Malgorth. And your last week researching him.
No.
6 is high enough for one bit of information, buddy.
I'm not with you that last week, bro. Sorry.
Do you want to know more about his slime cultists, or slimps, as Samdi referred to them? Or do you want to know more about terrains that his Jublix spawns frequent the most in material realms?
Let's go with the slimps themselves.
The slimps themselves. In addition to the slimps, Jublix is revered by various aberrations and oozes that roam the dark corners of every world. As such, he has very strong association to any type of creature that is amorphous or ever-changing in nature. The slime cultists that Jublix has at his disposal usually end up... Let's lower that so I can actually look at it. Usually end up betraying one another and spreading to the far reaches of the world itself, just on the edge of civilization, so that they can more effectively infiltrate into a community, take them out, and then go about their own ways. The slimps are known for betraying one another.
Solid.
And one thing you would be alerted to during your research is inside of the Church of Asmodeus, they are aware of one potentially incredibly dangerous slime cultist of Jublix in the realms. You.
Yeah.
You are noted within the church.
I am the most powerful that they're aware of.
That they are aware of, yes.
Yeah, very careful to put that in.
It's kind of ironic to be a master slimp.
Mm.
He's the
Like,
biggest
we're just
slip in
out
the
here
pond.
pimp slimping.
Honestly, you just got to join their OF and just keep donating nonstop. You'll probably win. Anyways, week 7. Help the halfling hit squad in tracking down any remaining Spauldings and have them dealt with, making sure to make friends with all of them and instilling myself as the de facto mastermind of the city. So, this is working outside the law. We are going to consider this crime.
I love the way you said it. We're going to consider this crime.
Yeah, I mean,
Not actually.
cosmically,
but
it's not a
technically.
crime. Like, oh no, you're killing more Spauldings. But, you know.
But, you know, death squads generally frowned upon in the eyes of the law, even if we are the law right now.
All right. So, to attempt a crime, the player must make 3 checks. A stealth check, an investigation, and then either a perception or a deception. Wait,
That
no.
was persuasion.
Perception or deception. It's never persuasion on crime.
Oh, either way.
Persuading is telling the truth.
If you say
None
so.
of those sound good for you.
They're not fantastic. So,
That's the worst that could happen.
stealth. You say stealth, investigation,
And then perception or
Deception.
deception. Your choice of either
Okay.
one of those two.
so stealth, investigation. Good shit. And perception I am somewhat good at.
Oh yeah, you're not bad at perception at all. 2 successes, 1 failure. Okay. So, while out with them, they end up accepting your assistance, mostly because you are a murder machine. They find out very quickly that you are not good at the stealthing aspect of it. As such, it does take a little bit longer to find one of the Spauldings that had been fleeing the city itself. And since you are working outside of the law, as soon as they found them, you got to them. And let's roll a d8. Let's see what complications arrive.
And he's got.
2. An unknown person contacts you, threatening to reveal your crimes if you don't render a service to them. The
Oh,
service they
no.
are asking
God.
for is a different individual to be assassinated by you.
Ooh.
Well, they're not being that specific.
Do I care about it being exposed that I killed more Spauldings? Probably not. Do I potentially want to ingratiate myself further with... I'm assuming that the unknown person is a member of the Halfling Hit Squads. It's probably a poor assumption, but I'm going to go with it. So sure, let's see where that particular
Alrighty.
rabbit hole goes.
Your next week, you have to commit a different crime by yourself to help this individual who's leaving you steady clues and staying out of sight by you. So, another 3 rounds. Or another round of
Okay.
stealth, investigation, perception.
It was Somni the whole time.
Probably.
Why? No, it wouldn't be because he wanted the joy of killing them himself.
True.
Yeah, true.
It was Glenn the
Um,
whole time.
I knew it.
No.
This person's undermining the Church of Monkey. Shit.
Do I have any...
Not radical, dude.
Not radical at all.
Fucking bogus.
I think for this, I would just, like, pick up a rando set of not disadvantage for stealth armor.
Studded leather.
Sure.
That's 45 gold. Just basic studded leather.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum.
Just slap some of that on my sheet.
I like to think you guys have been squatting at my house these last few months, and I'm just like, what you up to? I'm gonna go commit some crime. Okay.
Hey, you're still being escorted by Cade for the first couple of months. He does get very long shackles.
Months.
1 month, yeah. He does get very long shackles, though, so you're fine. Like,
Image of Cade being dragged into the Church of Asmodeus day after day.
no, yeah, if that helps his goals, he's fine with it. Yeah. So, Bart, go ahead.
Oh. Investigation. Perception. Really? Really?
That is only 1 success on this table. Actually, no, that's 0 successes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the DC is 15 for this.
That's what you get for a paladin trying to commit crime.
I'm
what
mostly
were you
a
thinking?
warlock.
Your following week is spent in jail, and you must pay a fine of 25 gold to get out.
Playing fucking Monopoly over here.
Yeah.
Can Cat come and just mock him?
Of course.
Yes.
Until you
excellent.
pay his fee every day.
Do not pass go. Do not collect.
I like to think that a cop showed up at my house and was like, hey, there's a delinquent inside the thing that comes to your house. And I went, oh, this is Cat's problem.
Yeah, you're like, give me a second, and like, you get
Let
Cat.
me get your mom.
Yeah. His one fucking letter he can send out in jail to help get someone to pay the bill. Reese just leaves it on the table and walks away.
I give it a cat. Here, you might want to take this.
That's a brown envelope. I don't want to open that.
There's this, and here's a chunklet. It's
Are-
your problem.
Are you Reese? I'm not answering that. And just walks.
Depends, is asking.
I pay my gold and I leave jail.
Alrighty. So,
Did I kill the person?
well, you got caught killing the person, so they were killed.
That's-
It's just now
that's fine.
you're not very known. You're known for being a murderer, but also you're known for not being good at getting away with it.
So much for leading that hit squad.
Yeah, that's your week 10 though, since it did take an additional week after your your second
Oh.
week. So that was
This is going to affect the RP.
Week 11. Investigate where someone might be selling a powerful magic melee weapon to prepare for when Cat makes me get rid of the spear. Alrighty. So, you are researching people selling powerful magic weapons, correct?
Yes.
Right off the bat, 100 gold in expenses. This is getting to Alona, which is like the capital city on the Balearic coast, unless you want to go back to Casino and attempt there. It's your call which city.
But Alona's cool with me.
Okay. Seeking a magic item, you are going to be making a persuasion roll that determines the quality of the seller found. The character gains a +1 bonus on the check for every work week beyond the first that is spent seeking a seller, and a +1 bonus for every additional 100 gold spent for the research up to a +10 total. So, you are dedicating 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 7 weeks, so you're already at a +7 on your persuasion roll.
And what we got in the party loot? A good amount of money. What, 22 grand? Jeez.
Y'all don't spend
25
shit.
grand there.
Yeah.
Well, so I'm at a +7 already,
You could spend
and I have +10 to persuasion.
the higher you go, the better.
Yeah.
This is one
I
of the
can-
only checks where the DC can hit 41.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I can get. I can spend what, up to 1,000 gold for another +10.
No, you can spend up to a total of a +10 So you do your 7 weeks and then 300 gold. Or wait,
Okay,
7 weeks.
Yeah, sure.
That's 6. That's 7. That's what I was fucking up. Then 400 gold because it's the 100 for initiation, 100 for the plus
Yeah.
1, 100 plus 1, 100 plus 1.
Okay, so I spent my 100 to get in, plus an extra 400.
Plus an extra 300. So
Okay.
400 gold in 7 weeks gets you a plus 10.
So, awesome. $30.
Okay. Roll a d4. Nice. All right, roll me 4 D100s.
There's some good rolls in there.
All right, so 71.
I like that we've still got Vance's money in here.
Plus 1 tick.
4.
I already have one of those. I think I gave it to someone.
All right, I have to adjust that. I grabbed the wrong table. I apologize. Give me a second.
Oh man, we already had some studded leather armor in the bag of holding.
Okay, guy. You ready?
Let's go.
Ether Blade, also known as the Celestial Rapier. The Ether Blade is an exquisite rapier with a slender, silvered blade that gleams with ethereal radiance. Its hilt is adorned with celestial symbols, and the guard features intricately carved wing motifs. When wielded, the blade hums with power, and the wielder gains increased speed and agility in combat. Next one. Stormcaller, the Thundering Warhammer. Stormcaller is a massive double-headed warhammer made of enchanted iron and imbued with the essence of storms. Electric arcs dance along its surface, and with each strike, thunderous rumbles echo. The hammer is said to have been crafted by an ancient storm deity and is coveted by warriors seeking to channel the fury of nature in battle. The third option, which reasonably you're probably not going to be super interested in, Veil Strike, the elusive shortbow. Veil Strike is a magical shortbow crafted from the wood of ancient fey trees and intricately inlaid with shimmering silver threads. The bowstring seems to vanish into the air, granting it the ability to fire arrows with uncanny precision. Its arrows fly true and rarely miss their mark, making it a favored weapon for those who value finesse and subtlety. The last one is Soul Render, the Necrotic Scythe. Soul Render is a sinister, wickedly curved scythe forged in the fires of the Nine Hells. Its blade is etched with infernal ruins, and it radiates an aura of death and despair. The scythe feeds on the life force of those it strikes, leaving its enemies weakened and vulnerable. Now, we have to roll for their respective pricings. I need you to roll me 2d10 4 separate times. Ethan Blade?
Just the way you said it the first time.
Okay. In order, Etherblade is 11,000 gold. Stormcaller is 12,000 gold. Veil Strike is 9,000 gold. And Soul Render is 15,000 gold.
Okay. Asides one-handed or two-handed?
Great question.
Pretty sure they'd be two-handed.
I would expect so.
I don't know. I think there's only sickles in this game, so
Well, a scythe is just like a two-handed sickle, ain't it?
more or less.
No, scythes are reskinned greatswords just to be more fun.
Oh.
So it is two-handed and it is heavy, but that's because scythe.
Yeah, fair. I mean, Glenn, how much money do you have?
I don't have
I see
15K.
I see the look in your eyes.
None for you, bitch.
Well, you're
No, I was-
aware of where they are, so at minimum you can always come back here and buy them.
This is what I mean, like, because Bart would say, hey, I probably can't use this. Or, I mean, it make my AC shit, basically. Level fucking 14 Paladin with a 17 AC, and then drop that down to 15. Because I'd lose my Bronze Bulwark.
Yeah, I think the Warhammer is the only thing that kind of
Okay.
suits you. Or Rapier. Like,
Yeah. I do like the Warhammer. Let's see, I've got about 3 grand on me. Does anyone care if I take 9 grand from the party loot?
Especially since I'm the one who's gonna take your weapon. Go for it.
How much is in the party loot?
About
Like
25 grand.
Yeah.
We got 22,000 gold, 200 platinum, 5,000 silver.
25.
minus 9 puts you all at 16.
I'm cool with it. Get yourself a nice weapon.
So which one are you buying?
And be like, buy yourself something nice.
Do I
I was
So
gonna say
looking
that.
at Stormcaller, can I get some more information about what it actually is?
Um,
Other than,
so
like,
unless you
thunder
had
or
somebody
lightning
to
damage?
identify with it, not really. He gave you the description of what it does. All of these are rare quality items, by the way.
If only you knew someone with Identify.
Yeah, and this is in Alona, isn't it? So
It is.
are you spending any time in Alona throughout your?
Your final weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome! Can I get Cat to identify it?
Absolutely. So, Stormcaller grants a +2 to attack and damage rolls, and once per long rest, the wielder can summon a thunderous storm with a mighty overhead strike, dealing an additional 3d8 lightning damage to the target and creatures within 10-foot radius of the target. So, +2 at minimum, and once per long rest, you say, fuck you and everybody around you. Crack.
including yourself.
Yes. And allies. So, yeah.
Need to start befriending a lightning Jin. There's some lightning resist armor. Just go into Bart's room 2 years later. He's just got a whole rack of armor stands for different elements.
What are we feeling today?
Feeling a little thunderous. I had chili for dinner. Yeah, let's do that. So,
Let's summon Windstorm.
yeah,
So you're going to buy Stormcaller?
yes. So
Alrighty.
I've got 200.
Make sure
280
Bart
plus
is
that.
currently editing the party loot. Nobody else edit the party loot right now until he says it is saved.
Yeah. 2,880 gold in platinum. I'll take 120 off of my gold, leaving me with 69 gold pieces.
Nice.
And then I'll
Hey.
take
That's like a rich
9,000.
early somebody.
yeah, no, right. 9,000 off of the party funds, which leaves us with 12,967 gold, and all the other stuff is intact.
Right.
And to clarify, he does damage to himself when he does it? When he
Yeah,
swings
it's
it?
each creature
base
within
swing.
10 feet of the target you
Oof.
hit. Yeah. But there's no save. It's 3d8 lightning. So
Pretty sick.
you take it or you, yeah, it's you don't have to,
Pretty nice.
but if you call the lightning, you're calling the lightning. Like, if only you were a dwarf and could throw the hammer.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Fuck you! And then already. All done?
Yes.
All right, Bart. You're all done. Does anybody want to go next? Or are we just going to roll for it? All right. I'm rolling a d6.
FYI, Glenn, we do have
D6.
just about enough in the party loot to get you that scythe if you want it.
Speaking of
Rolling
Glenn,
on the D6.
Glenn, you're next.
All right.
So, everything on your downtime was good the way I organized it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
All right. Simple goals. None. You're actually very on point with what you want to get accomplished. Weeks 1 through 6, participate and do my part of Spalding politics, making sure the poor are represented and heard. This is not a rollable mechanic with all of this. This is just you doing your part to try to shape and mold the political system of Spalding, alongside Kat, who's doing this, and Reese, who's doing this as well for that. So, weeks 1 through 6, done. 7 through 9, start the base foundation for the Church of Monkey in Spalding. Okay.
Any chance I could possibly get it across the street from the Church of Asmodeus?
No, the Church of Asmodeus owns all of the real estate near them, so nobody can compete with them.
No worries.
Ah,
They're-
that's so great.
They're a super church. You don't fuck with the
I-
super church.
I would encourage it to be built in the outer city. That way you get all the low people. That's just what I
The
would.
low
all the
people.
plebs.
Well, the poor will always outnumber the rich.
So, since you are heading the foundation of the church, you and Monkey are doing this, so we'll actually see how well this works out based off of both of your rolls. But I need you to roll me a persuasion roll to convince the current city leaders that the church would be reasonable.
Okay.
I saw the attack roll and I was like, that is not how you persuade someone.
Not me. Not me.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll have you know, yes, it is.
2 questions then.
Yeah.
1, can I have attuned to my stone of good luck?
Yeah.
Before? Okay. And then 2, can I use any of my knowledge of the past life on this roll?
That
That's a
gives
D6.
you yeah, then absolutely.
Okay. So here we go.
It's mostly you're hanging out with all of them, you're going to their parties, you're helping them set up their shit, and then at the end you're like, hey guys, I know we're trying to rebuild a city here, but can we take out a small loan of 30,000 gold to help build a church to a new god? He helped save the city.
Yep. All right. Come on, dudes. Just hear me out 1 second, right?
No.
8.
You know what? Can I use my DM inspiration on this?
Yes.
Here we go. This is for you, Monkey.
All right, here we go. At 20.
Use that attaboy. Come
me
on.
something.
Hey!
Yes.
Well, it doesn't re-roll the d6. You stick
Okay.
to the 3. It only re-rolls the d20. But 21.
Mhm.
They
For Glenn.
Yeah.
for
Yes.
insane positive number. So,
You hear what I'm talking about, guys? As his eye pops out, puts it back in.
Nobody's really enthusiastic about starting a church for Monkey. None of the rich people have been convinced of it. However, after hearing some of the words of many of the poor folk that are now being represented, they believe that even if they don't care for the church or the idea or the concept, that it would be a good way to satiate or to quell the anger of many of the poor people. So they will send out a lot of money in order to fund the construction of the church, under the condition that the people building the church are the people who are now getting jobs from the Grovelers district, which means they have to be learning, they have to be taught how to do it. It's going to take exceptionally long. It may not be the most well-built church, but it's giving the jobs directly to the people who are now entering the workforce.
Ah, that's perfect.
Also,
Wait.
I think just to bring this up, all you guys still have a high favor from the Church of Asmodeus that at any point you can pull.
Yeah.
Right? I'm
Yeah.
the only one that don't have that. So,
Yeah.
just keep that in mind.
Absolutely. Well, that was if he failed. But good reminder. Alrighty, so that was you helping over the first 6 weeks to get representation. The next 3 weeks to help build the foundation of the church itself, working with everybody. Next, week 10 through 12, that's a total of 10, 11, 12, 3 weeks where you are researching your past.
See what I can find out.
Alrighty. Where are you researching it?
I think we lined up these weeks of research where I would be going to Alona with Kat.
So you're going to Alona to conduct your research. Cool. 50 gold in bribes and materials. And you can give yourself up to a maximum of +6 for another intervals of 50. So 50 gold plus 1, 300 gold plus 6.
Okay. So 350 so far for everything.
All
I
right.
want the
So
maximum bonus.
good. Straight intelligence roll. Now tell me specifically what you are researching. You can't just go Glenn's past.
Right. If there's like I guess like a magical library in Alona or some representative I can go to, I specifically want to know more about the Platera Academy of Magics and Divination. And even more specifically, anything on either the last headmaster Todson or a former I guess ancestor of mine known as Elgin Glenstride.
Okay. Blitera, Blitara.
You spelled it Bletera.
BLE
Mm-hmm.
TE. Okay. Blitera. Okay. Sorry, I have a lot of notes to search through on everything.
And Glenn, can you put the name of the ancestor in the chat? That way I can put it in the notes.
And you said it was a straight intelligence roll?
Straight intelligence, and you're getting
Plus 6?
correct.
Alright. Could I use a knowledge of past life on this roll? Oh wait, does it work on ability checks or just skill checks?
Ability checks are skill checks.
Right, I mean, does it work just only on skill checks? Okay, ability checks, so I can use it on this.
Yeah.
Alright. Come on. Ugh. I got nothing for that.
Plus 6.
Oh yeah, plus 6 and a d6.
Yep. Plus 12
Okay.
puts you at 17. So 2 bits of information. All right, let me finish getting everything up for it. So, you begin learning about this school. Now, the information pertaining to it is read at first through fairy tales, fables, stories such as that in the kids section. But all fairy tales are rooted in some amount of truth, so you're hoping to find the information you are looking for. It would appear that centuries ago, a catastrophic magical event occurred during an ambitious experiment conducted by the headmaster Tonson. The unstable magic spiraled out of control and caused a massive explosion that consumed a significant portion of the academy. As such, it began spawning adventures for a large adventure series for individuals that didn't know what happened to their academy, students who hadn't graduated yet that were expelled into various different worlds and were trying to group together to find their way back to their academy and help save their friends and loved ones and insert generic love interest triangle from every teen fiction novel ever. We all have read half of them, I
How dare
guarantee
you.
it. So, that's the first thing. After finding out that this is written about a little bit in Fable, you find out that the author of these books the author of these books' name is actually Eldon Glenstride.
Thought you were
Dun,
gonna say
dun,
Elton
dun.
John.
No, I would not sully Elton John with this story. No offense, Glenn. It's just Elton John, you know, like bigger than everything. So that is the 2 bits of information that you find on your first week. Second week.
How old are these books?
Well, I guess you're going to start doing your research on that, eh?
Yeah.
Because they don't really have a printed in this date for
Copyright
fables.
date, yeah.
Yeah, they don't have that
Right.
shit for this. It's just old. All right, second week, 50 GP off the rip just to gain access, and this is you buying like some of the small books. One of them actually had like pop out pictures in it, so it's really cool. But yeah, 50 GP and whatever you want for your bonus.
I'm doing the max amount, so another 350.
Another 350. All right, go ahead and roll me another intelligence check.
Nice. And I'm going overkill with this, but that's 11, so 33.
Well, the most you can find is 3 still, so.
Okay, that's good enough.
Alrighty. You end up finding out that this book series had come to an abrupt conclusion roughly about 6 years ago. And it was being written about for well over 80 years. The author was a fan of traveling across this Komortar and Balearic Coast. Now, as a small reminder to you, the Balearic Coast has only been settled for about 60 years or so. The first people who sailed over to this continent and discovered it found out that the Balera folk, the natives of the realm, were very welcoming, but a lot of the lands were very hostile and dangerous. So they've been slowly pushing further and further out. Certain locations like Casino are places that were previously settled by them with larger communities because they needed to just to survive. So around the time that this coastline was discovered and explored by everybody of the other continents is when the story started coming about by the explorer himself, Glenn Strider. Now, that's the first thing that you find out. The last book in the series has not been written, and they leave out a very key moment. You see many of the protagonists in the story have been finding one another in these estranged locations. One location is this large flowing lava pool that cut through an ice scape. Another one of the locations is this odd shaped forest that, when you looked at it from above, was a shape of a large smile across the landscape. It's very strange, very surreal, probably fictional, maybe not, places. And it was seeming that through the first 5 books that these travelers were meeting up with one another, but one of them is missing from all of it, and that is supposed to be the one who was the guardian of all of them, who was going to take them back to their academy. But that book has not been printed, and it's been 6 years since the timing would have been perfect for it to be printed, and nothing. So that's your bits of information. Last week of research.
Right. And this is another 350 on top of that. I'm doing the maximum bonus.
Perfect.
Ugh. Ugh. Oh well. So
So
that's
next.
9, 14.
14. That's 2 bits of lore. It's really easy to find something when you spend a week of researching. Through your research, and you kind of moved away from the direct story pathing and more to the events that are talked about. This ancient cataclysm that occurred times and seems to be... It times very well with a particular event that had occurred, rumored about 400 years ago, called the Interplanar Rift that had occurred. During a tragic accident, an arcane energies unleashed by some unknown entity or society of mages tore open a temporal rift between the planes. The chaotic energies intersected with a portal to the Nine Hells, inadvertently linking a portion of whatever this was with the infernal realms. As a result, some of the academies... not the Nine Hells, the Abyss... but as a result, some of the structures and corridors of this lost place have been seen scattered across many different realms. One of which has been seen in your continent at the far side of the Crosslands, near a tree that is taller than any mountain, as it is labeled. And that is the end of your research weeks.
I got goosebumps for that whole thing.
Good. All right, week 13 through 16, right? 16 weeks, 4 months? Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
You are shopping for insignia of claws.
I wouldn't expect it would be too hard to find one.
All right, and what book is this from? Tyranny of
Uh,
Dragons, yeah.
Yeah.
Uncommon. Really? That's what you're looking for? Okay. Alrighty, so that is 13, 14, 15, 16. You get a +3, subtract 100 gold. You get a +3 to this roll, just for the amount of weeks that you're spending. And you can get an additional +1 up to a maximum +10 for each 100 gold you spend looking for this item.
And what's the roll for this item?
Persuasion.
Oh.
Searching for magical items is...
So
Yeah.
+3, and then up to 100 per to a +10. So that's another 700.
100 minimum, and you get the +3. And then 100 additional for +1s up to... Yeah. So you spend between 100 and 800 gold to get a +10. And this does not count towards the price of the item you are buying.
Okay. I will do. So +3. Let's do. I'll put 500 gold to make that a +8.
Alrighty, so
That's 600.
600 gold. Yep, 600 gold, and your remaining weeks. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion roll. You get a +5?
+8, right?
+8, yeah. You get a +8.
And I can also add my knowledge from past life to this, right?
Yep.
All right. Give me something. Oh wait, it already added that. Sorry. So it's a 15 + 8, which is 23.
Okay, now roll me a d6. And you deleted that gold, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you found the magic item, and it's only 300 gold.
Awesome.
What a world of difference it makes when you're looking for an uncommon weapon compared to a rare. Yeah.
And I am done.
Perfect. Close yours out. Now we only have 4 more people remaining. What time is it?
I can go if you want.
Oh, yeah, if you're volunteering, hell yeah.
Yeah, I'll volunteer to go. Just make sure that you read my downtime to yourself. I made a few notes in there, so read it to yourself before you read it out loud.
All right, did you look over how I changed it?
I did, and then I
Okay.
made some note. I made a couple notes to it.
Oh, okay. Well, then while we do that, let's go on break because this is timed
Okay.
properly, and then I can look at it and everything like that. All right.
Cool.
Be
It's not that much.
Since there's no reason not to use the lucky point on each skill check, do you want me to just roll them all with advantage?
I mean, sure, I don't care.
Just to make it
Just go
easier,
for it.
yeah.
Alrighty, so we are back and we are doing monkeys. Your simple goals, done. That's stuff that you resolve within a week, okay?
Cool.
Your 2 through 9, done.
Cool.
Easy enough.
Like that.
Okay. 10 through
love it.
16.
All right, here we go.
So, we're going to correlate this to carousing.
Yeah.
And this you also want to keep private?
Only that little tiny. There's a little tiny part in the last paragraph. Just that little piece. Just the.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, you're
I
carousing
love it.
that last thing.
Yep.
The last sentence, right?
Yeah. The last. Yeah. Just that. The.
Because there's
last
3
paragraph-
sentences in that one.
Yeah. Yep. So the last paragraph, we just don't have to talk about that portion of the first
Perfect.
paragraph.
You're carousing
Next.
farmers. Let's go.
You got it.
The next to the apostrophe before
So-
the parentheses, but after the period. That section.
10 gold. Hey, I need clarification when it comes from Asa. I'm
D,
yeah.
you know.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So,
Love it. Yeah.
we're doing carousing for 6 weeks.
Yep.
So that's 10 gold for a total of 60 gold. Damn,
All right.
Monkey, you're spending everything right now. Whew.
He's
Look
really
at other
reviving the
party
economy.
Yeah. Bart literally just spent almost 20,000 gold.
I think I got 60. I'm pretty sure.
16, right? Bart? Yeah, there's the hammer and then everything else.
Yep.
Mhm.
Perfect. Alrighty.
I think I'm good. I sometimes I tend to end up with extra money somehow anyway. So
Yeah, it's weird. They just distribute it and you have it in your pockets. It's weird. Anyways, let's go.
Well, I took a cut
Roll.
before you guys touched it.
Roll carousing. This is a persuasion roll. And
all right.
pretty much, I'm going to say, in order for your church to start gaining independent momentum, you require a total, since you're doing 6 weeks.
I got money to spend.
A total of 9 people, okay?
All right.
Which means you need to average 2 or 1.5 per week. All right?
All right.
Go ahead and roll your first persuasion.
All right. Do I get to? Is there any monies that can be added like on the others? Probably not.
No, this is the only one that, no, it doesn't.
You're like, I'm willing to spend if you'd let me.
They're farmers. They don't need money. It's just
Yeah,
farmers,
no,
you know?
no, it's
Like,
taking them
it's-
some grain and hay for the horses. All right. So
beer for the
here go-
horses, sir. But
Yeah, and beer for the horses. First one. This is persuasion. Can I use my game advantage?
for one of them, you can, yeah.
All right. And how many times am I rolling?
6 total.
Okay, so we'll start off without. Here's roll number. Oops, take disadvantage off.
Yeah,
any
definitely.
any chance I can give him my game advantage
Nope.
on another? Damn it.
Nope.
All right.
Gotta give him my game advantage.
Nope.
Roll number 1.
Go for it.
Everyone's like voting against me here. I feel bad.
That's 2 of the 9. All right.
Week number 2. Yeah, it's all right.
That's
I
none.
had some indigestion that week.
Yeah.
Week number 3. Oh,
Also none.
okay. Week number 4.
That's also none.
All right. And it's 6 weeks total, right? So week
Yeah.
number 5. All right.
17. That's
And then-
2. So we're at 4.
I'll use my game advantage on this last one.
Oh.
There we go.
19 is also 2. You've gotten 6 of the 9 necessary. So the church won't independently be flourishing, but that just means now you have to drop some money at it to pay people to tend to it when you're not there.
Yeah.
All right, so you're looking at an upkeep cost of 50 gold a week.
Okay.
For however long you leave.
All right, and that's gonna go. Here we go. I don't know why I put a dollar sign when I was doing gold. Okay,
Me neither. Alrighty, monkey, done.
sweet.
Any more volunteers?
I'll go.
All right, let's go.
Oh, if
See you
you
one up. See you one up. We even say, just let's do the 16-week silent.
Yeah, nobody knows anything about the politics of Spalding anymore.
Alrighty.
When you give me a chance, shoot me what Helion saw, since he's the one following the guys that are living outside of my house. You get a chance.
Oh, I'll let you know.
Isn't Hillian dead?
No.
No, I bribed him.
No.
It's very real.
Sorry, is Hillian's your imp, right?
Yeah, Halium was killed, but you're not permanently killed when you're not in hell. He was
Yeah,
killed
but
on the
mine was the
material realm.
finger.
Man, I should have done some other shenanigans that come into my head.
Well, it's been. Oh, actually, that's a good point. Helion wasn't dead. The mage had captured it, and
Yes.
then removed one of the fingers. So you
Mhm.
you wouldn't have access to him for at least a week until he died of starvation and dehydration.
I like to think I would have got a hold of him through a sending spell.
Oh,
I
that's
assumed
easy
it was
enough.
something. Yeah.
He was
So,
in the
I was
barrel
on him.
at the wall outside of the city.
Yeah,
Literally just left inside of a barrel and gagged.
that makes sense. All right,
Anyways,
go on to Cat.
Kat,
Yes.
you said you want to copy down some of their spells.
Yes.
What spell level do you have up to? 7th?
8 now.
8 now. Do you want Mind Blank?
Yeah.
All right, that's 8 hours.
Okay, let me get a. Are you gonna put it in the chat?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
How do you
perfect.
have access to 8th level spells?
Yeah, you should only
Oh,
have
we're at
access to
14.
7th.
Hang
8th comes
on.
at 15.
No, it is 7. Why is there an 8 and 9? Oh, it's already on the sheet. Jessica it just doesn't add the spot. Never mind. It's
Okay.
7.
All right, you already have Disintegrate, Globe of Invulnerability.
I already have Globe of Invulnerability.
Okay, Wall of
Oh, he
Light.
had Globe of Invulnerability?
Yeah.
God. Ooh. Okay, so what was the next one?
Wall of Light.
Yes.
You want it?
Yes.
5th level.
Okay.
So that's 5 hours. Wall of Force.
And that is also a 5th.
Correct. Scrying.
I already have.
Cone of Cold.
I'm okay for now.
And were you taking Globe of Invulnerability, or you already have it?
I already have.
Okay, so you're up to 10 right now. Wall of Fire.
I have a lot of walls. I think we're good on those.
All right, Stone Skin.
Let me check on that. Yes.
You want that one?
Yes.
All right, so you're up to 14 hours right now. Fire Shield.
Ooh. Yes.
All right, you're up to 18 hours. Banishment.
Already have.
Alrighty. Fireball, Lightning Bolt, Flying Counterspell.
Mm-hmm.
You have all of those.
Yes.
Flaming Sphere.
Do not have that. Let's see.
Do you want it? You make a ball of
Sure.
fire and you throw it around the ground.
Ooh, oh yeah, I have seen that. Yes.
Okay. Misty Step.
Already have.
Mirror Image. You make 3 copies of yourself.
Right. Yeah, why not?
Okay. 22 hours. Detect Thoughts.
Already done.
All right. Burning Hands.
No. But I'm okay.
Magic Missile.
Honestly, I do not. But yeah, let's add it.
All right. Mage Armor.
Have.
Identify.
Have.
Okay. Detect Magic.
Have.
Alrighty, so we're sitting at, from the base spell book of the individual, 23 hours worth of spells. Which is why during your first week you're doing that and your simple goals, because they all just coincide.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and that was, oh shit, I forgot to write down all the spells that she got. Okay.
You said Magic Missile, right? No, you didn't take Magic Missile. Yeah, you did. Okay. Magic Missile, Flaming Sphere, Fire Shield, Stone. No, you didn't take Stone Skin. Wall of Fire, Wall of Force, Wall of Lightning.
I think I did take Stone Skin.
Did you? All right, well, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 21.
Wall of Light was another.
Yeah, I have that one in there. That's 21. And you do want Stone Skin?
Yeah.
Stone Skin is another 4, so that's actually 25 levels. Okay.
Okay.
That's math. 25 hours worth of spells that you are copying into your spellbook.
Cool.
Or wait, mirror image as well, right?
You did say
No.
so.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm sure.
All right. 27 total hours. Cool. So you can go ahead if you get all of the paper and ink for that, because that's
Mhm.
a
That's a lot.
2,300 gold, right? No, it's 50 GP per level.
Mhm.
So
And I don't think any of those are enchantment. So.
I have no idea. So 50 GP per level, 27 hours. That's 1,350 gold.
Okay.
That's math, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty.
Cat is strapped.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
quite a bit of money too, so I feel you.
Yeah. Oh, that doesn't even get me through my platinum.
Fucking princess over here.
Like I still have 150 platinum easy. Plus my goal.
Okay. And you're calling in your church's favor, the one that you have for
Mhm.
doing all of this, in order to find the knowledge of how to break a deal with a demon from the outside.
Mhm. Can it be done from someone interfering?
Okay. There are 2 ways to feasibly do this when you are not inside of the deal itself. Unfortunately for the person inside of the deal, they're kind of screwed. The only way that they would have been able to do it is if they created a counter contract that would nullify the previous contract with an entity that was exactly as powerful as it. As Bart has already made way too many deals, he no longer has the ability to create a feasible counter contract.
Mhm.
uncover the demon's true cosmic name. The name over great and powerful entities is something that is inexcusably powerful. If you learn the demon's true name, it will force the demon to abide by anything you tell it to do within reason. That does not put it into direct harm, of course. However, demons will always use whatever favors they have in order to get every entity that is beholden to them to murder the person who knows their name. Next, enlist the help of a higher entity. You might seek assistance from a more powerful celestial being or deity who has the authority to intervene in deals with demons. This higher entity could nullify or reverse the deal to the other player's behalf.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as is, only the hierarchy of... There are very few gods out within the cosmic realms that are higher in status than one of the demon lords. They have to be physically more powerful than them. However, Kat, if Liara ascends to the upper echelon, you would know a god very well and personally that may be able to intervene with that. But that would require her to be successful. And you should also keep in mind that if Bart learns this, his demon daddy also learns this.
Demon Papi.
Gotcha.
Ooh's father.
Yeah.
Set above
Ooh's
Monkey. You could just ask Monkey to do it.
Yeah, it's like, so it's one of those things where I'm like, if Monkey wins, like that's okay, right? Like, there could be worse things than have a buddy who's a god, right?
Okay.
But she really wants, like, it's like Lyra first will be okay.
Hey, Asmodeus. He's in the running too still. Mama Vusi.
I mean, yeah, Mama Vusi's a little unpredictable for her.
What are you talking about? She's been super helpful.
Yes, but also
One of 3
I'm
gods
probably
you've
not
ever
the
talked
best
to.
spokesperson.
yeah.
Hey, do not judge a god by their flock. Wait.
If you're going to stand by that, judge it by this one.
All right. The Phoenix Pin
Mhm.
requires no attunement. As an action, once per day, you can activate the pin by pressing on the beak of the phoenix itself. When you do so, a 10-foot flaming aura appears around the wearer. While the aura is in place, any creature that starts their turn within 10 feet of the wearer will suffer 1d6 fire damage, and any creature that, or whenever the target is hit by a weapon attack, each creature within that 10-foot area will also suffer that fire damage. No attunement required.
Okay. And do you have?
I'll make you a handout. Handout. Phoenix Pin. All players. No attunement required.
All right, this is what we do. We put it on Bart. We get a 15-foot pole. And I stand behind him and I just poke him while enemies around him, and I just poke Bart. Boom.
That's funny. Listen, that's how we kill monsters from the inside. But we give it to Bart. get him in there, or better yet, Somdi, because it's like the second time Somdi's been eaten. Just roast him from the outside,
This is why Somni took teleport, guys. I want you to know.
so he can get out of stomachs. Yeah.
I'll have you know that was like 20% of the reason.
That's
Given-
also the reason I took Resilient Sphere, because I was like, because you don't have to see the person, and I was like, I can put it on Somdi the next time he gets eaten.
Poor Somni.
Literally, that was what was going through my mind. Was like, I gotta look out for Somdi.
All right,
This is why I don't
there's your
like being
handout.
next to the enemy. I am great in the back, away from everything.
Where there's no danger and you can easily flee.
Look, you make fun of me for fleeing, but that's the exact reason why I do it.
All right.
Don't forget, I am still a sorcerer. I am not healthy.
Squish. Anyways,
Not out.
so that was your week 1, Cat. Done?
Okay.
Week 2
Yes.
through 7, establish a democratic representative system based around guilds, unions, with seed money from the Queen. Create trade programs, public work projects, healthcare, guard system reform, and the pass system, and a living wage. Recruit halfling revolutionaries as an intelligence service to protect the democratic process. Transform the golf course to a park dedicated to Lyra with public meeting spaces and public gardens, including fruit trees. Part of this will be to cast seeming, allowing Davina to walk among her people and begin to meet them and understand their needs. Okay. So, Kat,
It's a lot.
it is a lot. So I left it up for 5 weeks to help them set up this system.
Mhm.
As you are doing so, I need a list of the democratic elected people by the council itself, the people who are discussing. That is between you, Reese, Cade, and Glenn, and Davina.
Mhm.
Each of you gets to nominate one person to this group in order to be in charge of one aspect of this new system that you are trying to integrate in. So, who wants the trade program elected official?
I
Um,
guess. Oh, do you want to take it?
Yeah, so like the training on I would like that, and I would like to put a cleric of Lyra into that.
Into the trade program? Do you have a cleric in mind? You've met a lot of NPCs, so this is where you get to pull from your knowledges and be like, this person.
I know that I've met Lyra followers.
Mhm.
I would say Mahadi would be a good one for that.
For
Like
trade?
this-
Deals with
see-
nothing but trade.
No, it's create trade programs, like
Like
trade
Oh.
schools.
like community like
Oh.
Yeah.
Trade
Mahadi
trade.
doesn't know the first thing about hard work.
I
That
thought
is
trading Imperium.
labor? You mean the thing women go into when they have children? Ugh.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, let's see.
So the
I'm-
swamps outside of the Carnage Valley was where you
Mhm.
met some clerics.
Yeah. I'd see if one of them would be interested.
All right, do you know one in particular?
Oh God. I'm sure I do. Goodness gracious, that was so long ago. I'm sure I did. I'm sure I've met, because there's one that she talked to you that told her about the divine race, and Kat revealed that she was an ASMR to. Let's see. Goodness.
Can we write down all the things that we have to assign someone to?
Yeah, I'll type that out for you.
I cannot remember their name.
All right, so trade school programs, public works projects, public health care, guard system reform, and the pass. Oh wait. Wages and finance.
Yeah, I actually I found the notes from that session.
Yeah, you didn't copy it down?
And there's not a name.
That one was Seraphina Evergaze.
Seraphina, okay.
All right, so trade school program, public works projects. Please nobody type anything unless it's what we're talking about right now. Public health care, guard system reform, wages and finance, guards. Are we missing any?
That
Okay.
looks like, yeah.
All right, so Seraphina Evergaze. I gave you a new handout, Kat. You are going to be responsible for typing all of this stuff out. So which part it is and who the representative is and what organization they are associated to. Okay? So I'll do the
Okay.
first one for you. Trade school programs. Seraphina Evergaze. Cleric to the Church of Lyra.
Okay, cool.
For
And I-
wages and finance, I'd recommend Rossman.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
So, Kat, you can edit it. Wages and
Yes.
finance. Rossman. How do you spell Rossman?
Rossmen. She was the one that teleported us to the city of Dis.
Mm.
The one who found out about the traitor and was like, kill it.
Kill it. She's the one that has Scratchworth. So,
And she's a cleric to the Church of Asmodeus.
yes. So they deal with a lot more logistics and like business. So I think finance would be a good spot.
The devils are in
Oh, yeah,
charge
the
of the
one
money.
with the cherub.
The angels are in charge
Yeah.
of the work.
Yeah. For guards, guard system reformed, I'd probably suggest Dimitri.
Well, and then also don't forget Glenn has some choice too.
Oh,
Yes,
yes,
Glenn.
yes.
And there's also Parks and Rec. We can do Swan Ronson or
Swan runs. I love it. I love it.
Ron Swanson would not agree to this system. There's too much government.
that's why I changed it.
He's actually an Aarakocra.
That's what I was-
All right, so yes. Glenn, did you have any ideas for people for any positions?
I'm thinking there's one person I have in mind, and the only person I can think of maybe putting her in, Lovely, the beauticant, the
Uh-huh.
person that did our hairs and stuff. Maybe putting her in the public works projects. But other than that, I don't think I have any other inputs.
Lovely would take that opportunity. She would finally move into the echelon of nobility.
And then if you don't mind, I think Dimitri would be good at guard system reform because of his past. He already has an idea of how to look for corruption and the early signs.
Does everyone agree?
Oh, yeah, tree.
Yeah.
Tree.
For some reason, I didn't fucking realize that. Yeah, the fake Spalding. I was like, you're putting a Spald? Oh wait, no.
He is a Spalding.
However,
Name only.
Dimitri is also getting rid of his Spalding identity, and he's now searching for a new identity.
So he
Well,
wouldn't be down.
He
Well,
would not
whatever
be.
his
No,
identity
no.
is.
With the whole, it's too much. People are now searching for threefold members in the city. He has to leave because why didn't the threefold handle this? So he's out. Dimitri Spalding is among the casualties. There's a body and everything, guys.
He would have been a good one.
I
He
mean,
would
I
have
can
been,
take
but
him.
he has to leave.
I can take him with me somewhere.
For I don't know if I'm allowed to say anything, but for public healthcare system, there was the I don't have a name, but there was a male escort in the brothel in Spalding. That is one of my followers. Just
I know how
Throw
I
that out
feel
there.
about.
Maybe he's a
Alright.
follower for a rather different reason than you want.
No.
No.
To the
no.
different reason, not to the idea. The idea is whatever. But so, can you hit save changes so we can see the updates to what's taken so far, Kat? All right. And Lovely's association. She is a follower to the Church of Monkey. She
That
has
makes
been
sense.
recruited. Monkey gets his hair done like every week. You know, he needs to get
Yep.
shaved.
And in our churches, don't forget, in the front is the hair salon, so you can get your do done on your way in or out of church,
And then
right? And then you got the church, and then the back is the fighting pits to practice your combat.
Yeah, the party's in the back.
Yep.
The great church. man.
Kat,
It's
you
a
were
great church.
muted when you said something.
I said so. It's business in the front, party in the back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So the open positions are guard system reform. Dimitri would have been.
Oh, I had the guard system twice. Really important, guys.
Yeah. Well, no, there's guard system reform and then the guard system. The reforming
Okay.
of it is the retraining of all of the guards, teaching them people are people, they're not bad. And then
Yeah.
the guards is the person who's in charge of the guards to make sure they hold to that. What'd you
For
say,
guard
Reese?
reform, would it be better to have my jailer be the guy?
I was going to suggest Gabriel.
Gabriel.
He'd be stuck here.
I think Gabriel would make
For
a
the
good
guard
guard
system reform?
leader.
Guard system reform, he would still be stuck here. He's the HR of the guards, and then there's the captain of the guards,
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
which he would do a phenomenal job being HR for
He
the
would.
guards.
And
You'll
for-
see,
yeah.
there's a reason he was stealing, so you must ask him, why'd he steal? Why you do this?
Do you need financial assistance?
Yes, of course. We'll put him in jail only a day, right? We feed him, and maybe he doesn't steal tomorrow.
Yeah, he would be so good at that, but I don't want to leave him. He just drives everyone else crazy too much.
And you could always put Cade, I think his name was. The guy, my jailer guy, the guy's
Yeah,
been full-
Cade, yeah.
Yeah.
For reform
think he-
or for leadership?
I think
Ooh,
Great question.
that's
Which
a
one?
rough one. You guys know him the best, so I only know the little bit of interaction I've had.
I would think leadership.
Yeah, I think leadership. I think reform needs to be someone who's a little more forceful, but leadership wouldn't be bad.
You want someone who's forceful?
Well, like more.
He sees they grab one of the grovelers, tosses him on the ground, comes up
think-
behind him, picks him up by their neck. Sir.
That
But just,
immediately
no.
Snape. I forgot his name though.
I think for reform
no.
you need someone who's like experienced the bad side of
Patsy?
No.
Has experienced the bad side.
I was thinking maybe
well,
Jerome, but I don't
that
know.
could be. Cade, though, I don't know this, but he did pee on guards once and get in trouble.
He did. As a player, we know that. Why is it that like suddenly I have no remembering of any fucking NPCs?
So Glenn suggested Jerome, and for what?
That was for guard system reform because his brother experienced like the injustice that's been going around and what the guards should be focused on, like actually cracking down on.
Yeah, I like that idea.
I'll
Do we
third
feel
it.
that he has that kind of wisdom?
Yeah, I think he'll be fine.
Okay.
He had a pretty good perception.
And like Cade, if he's in a leadership role, like I like to think they work side by side for the most part, so they can check each other as they need. So
yeah. Okay. And for Cade's association, you label him as Valen representative, because that is what he is.
there's someone knocking my door out.
Yeah, go for it. And for Jerome, his association is unknown. He has no clear allegiances to anything.
Which is fine. That's actually probably good.
Yeah.
For reform, no favorite.
Da da da. Boom boom boom.
And then we have wage, finance, and parks and recreation.
Yeah, I want to get it like a Rob Lowe, Chris
Well,
Traeger type
Wage,
for
we had
Parks and
the
Rec.
cleric of the Church of the Rossman, the one who teleported us to the Hells.
Okay.
Yeah, Rossman is.
mhm.
Yeah, make sure you keep updating so we see which.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's there.
There it goes. Perfect. So, healthcare and Parks and Rec, which is a great show.
Yeah, I might have to go back and watch it. Again, rewatch it. I mean, because it's great.
I'm actually going to be watching Twisted Metal this week. I'm so excited.
Did you say Twisted Metal?
Twisted Metal has a TV show. It's on Peacock.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm watching it. It looks phenomenal. Sweet Tooth.
The video
was
game
past
is such a throwback.
Oh, it's such a good game. That was like that was countless hours. So yes.
I'm trying to just remember NPCs in general. Because we didn't really connect with a lot of people here in the
Still have my follower. That's the male escort in the brothel for Parks and Rec. You might make it a little fun.
So this is our swing section, and this is our swing section.
Yeah.
Just notice the ribbons. No children pass the ribbons.
Healthcare.
So what type of person do we want for healthcare?
Someone who is someone who's organized and practical, and who also knows it, right? Like, who isn't gonna be like, who like understands what's needed for it, so is familiar with medicine and that sort of thing. Oh, you know, Kel.
Kel?
Yeah.
Estes?
Yeah, no, I thought about that too. The elephant man.
The
Yeah.
elephant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had thought about that too, but I wasn't sure if we were loudies to bring them in.
I mean, no, you can ask them to be in one specific location. It's fine.
Mhm.
And if it's to help people, yeah, I mean,
Mhm. And you know, who was he a cleric of?
He was a lore cleric.
It's the one that knows everything.
Kel
Yeah, I don't-
Tassel. Tassol. And it's Kehl, not Kell.
Mhm.
All right. I'm loading up the cleric character sheet now, so. Ioun.
Yeah, there you go. Knowing mistress.
IOUN.
Ioun.
So then we just have the Parks and Rec left.
Oh
Since
no. What about Finn?
well, we don't know Finn in this game. Oh, Finn. Oh,
One of us
Finn.
do.
Yeah.
Um,
All of you know Fen in this
yeah,
game.
never mind.
Yeah.
It just I was thinking of the last game. Never
Fine,
mind.
he can't read, sure, but
I was
he's got some great design ideas for parks and stuff.
yeah, I was
All
since
the
the
park
park is
signs.
going to be dedicated to Lyra, I was thinking of another Lyran.
We know what you're thinking.
Mhm.
Monopolize all of the seats with Lyra followers.
I still like
It's
the
also
idea.
my downtime. I dedicated a lot of time.
Hey,
to the
Glenn
city
did
itself.
too.
Glenn did too. So
Wait, is
Hold on.
the Parks and Rec thing actually a thing you need to fill? Because I have someone.
Yeah. Who do you
Yeah,
have,
I
Sanjay?
still like Fen, and I think that the park signs should just be like kids' drawings and arrows pointing to where.
Fen's-
Propose-
Fen doesn't sit still though. He's a fighter. He's not a.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
admin.
But yeah, who
I
were you thinking,
propose-
Santi?
I was gonna say a quick first. I propose we go down to hell and get the lemur version of Rick. He will be the perfect one. Rick being the murderer.
True.
I also propose Bubba.
Bubba from the swamps.
Mm-hmm. He'll make great stuff with the terrain.
When I mean, it's a park dedicated to Lyra, guys.
Oh, come
Are
on.
you saying that people that don't worship Lyra can't build a park that has her?
Well, and it's not just that park. It's all of the parks in the city, all of the public
Okay.
recreational
Bubba
use
will give you
systems.
the right amount of respect for Lyra.
They're in charge of like the water docks. They're in charge of like, you know, all of the public areas maintaining them.
It's not
Okay.
public affairs?
Yeah.
Or public works?
Parks and recreations. We named it that because the show. It's what they did.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ba-dum, bum, ba-dum. Or we put nobody in that position and just see what happens to the parks.
No.
At
Come
that
on,
point,
it's
it's falling
just
into
Bubba.
public works.
What race?
Oh, if no one's in there, it would fall under public works as per the government.
Oh yeah. We could have Lovely instill her lieutenant. Kind of like Ed.
I'm just trying to think of freaking NPCs we know. My brain is just giving me nothing right now.
All of my NPCs are bad.
We can also have people apply for the position.
Reese's butler.
No.
He'll make tea houses out of them.
I would tell you no. So like last time he had land. He had an intercity drug trade. So let's not.
Yeah, what's the problem?
What's the
He was
worst
a-
that could happen?
He's a terrible person before I got hold of him.
I like that idea
He
though
was a terrible person.
of having people apply because I just can't think of anyone for that.
Yeah, and
Just
then following
can't-
what Reese said, I think we should have someone apply, and then, like Reese said, it goes under Public Works, and then they can sift through the applications until like the top 3 to choose from, or something like that. And then that also leaves an unknown really good, or unknown really bad, or
Mm-hmm.
mediocre, just like a.
Gives the city itself some agency. Like let the people elect.
That's fine.
That could be
yeah.
the first open election.
Yeah.
Who
That's
is
what I
in
was thinking
charge of
too.
all the public space?
So
Okay.
you would, Lovely would be in charge of Public Works, Parks and Recs, like government-wise falls under that, but that would be like the first trial election type. We could either do applying for the job, or we could do like a public election where people are actually go out and campaign and and whatever as a,
I think having like a short list that we choose from and then that people can vote on, or just a full election.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just put elected by the people in there.
By the people.
I think that's a good idea.
I like that.
yeah. And then it shows them that there's going to be an evolution, that there's going to be
Mhm.
Democracy.
democracy.
Yeah,
Yep.
that way it doesn't look like just a bunch of powerful people showed up and just started putting people on the council. It gives the public a image of they have choice.
Hey, these are the people that are starting, but you guys get to choose this one, and then we'll have an election every so often. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Then elected by the people, we'll establish that at the end of everybody's downtime. So that's 2 through 7 done for you. Find and confront the threefold representative. How do you anticipate finding them?
So I have that part of the necklace.
Mhm.
That was part of the threefold piece that that Tree gave me. And there's that map that if you touch it with the thing, it shows you where more of the thing is.
Hey, you guys are using your magic items. Let's go.
Yes. So, is that something that we can add to the party loot?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So let me, and like that is the.
There's no way Monkey wouldn't have swiped that after getting the tour around.
What?
There's
That-
no way that Monkey wouldn't have tried to swipe that map after we did the tour around.
The tour around?
After we did the
'Cause that's
after
when we
did-
saw. That's when we found the map. That's
Yeah.
during
On
the
the
tour.
tour.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny. You guys took all the items from the museum. I love it.
Yeah.
Just robbing the family riches. Alrighty. So, we're going to consider this research. Now, you don't have to pay to get anywhere, but this is you wandering around looking for where it could be associated with the map, all of that fun jazz.
Right.
Go ahead and roll me an intelligence check.
Okay, and I'm going to use one of my advantages.
Go for it.
18.
So, after the first little bit of looking around, you end up seeing that there is another one of these symbols in the city still. It is currently, however, in a very weird terrain that when you're looking at the larger map, you can't really distinguish until you realize it's the lake. Then you take a voyage out onto the waters. thanks to any number of people that can give you breathe water, investigate some of the deeper ravines, and find that stuffed into a small chest is the body of the other threefold member who used to be here that they sniffed out and murdered.
Mm,
That was one of the possibilities we brought up.
mhm.
Alrighty, so that was your week 8. Week
Oh.
9, find thieves and rehabilitate if possible. Well, thanks to a lovely tip, the person who was trying to corrupt the thieves even further went to jail.
Mm.
Perfect. Anyways, we're gonna count this as, well, you're trying to rehabilitate them, so carousing. These are middle-class folks, so 50 GP per week. And how many weeks are you doing this? 1 week I have in here. That's good with you?
Mhm.
Alrighty. So 50 GP, knocked out, and persuasion roll.
Okay, persuasion. And do I get my advantage from my feather?
Yes.
Okay. Bam. 24.
Cool. Now, they're not 100% reformed. They straight up, if they smell corruption, they're gonna kill a bitch. That is how they went to live their lives and how they think society should be. However, they are, after their most recent failure of searching and hunting down the last remaining Spauldings and murdering them, they got a couple. They figured it's better just to be vigilant over the city, and if corruption is sniffed, deal with it.
Mhm.
So, they're no longer actively murdering people, they're more passively doing so.
Yeah.
See anyone with arsenic? No.
Alrighty. So, Glenn's Academy research.
Mhm.
Whew. Research again, right?
Yep.
The name of that song, by the way, is Entrance of the Gladiators, which is so funny to me.
What is?
The circus song that you always think of associate with clowns and being
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
It's called Entrance of the Gladiators.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
50 GP worth of bribes and bullshit to get where you're going.
Mhm.
How many weeks are you doing this? 3 to
Uh,
10, 11, 12, so 3 weeks.
Yeah, so
So you
300
get
gold?
you get a +2. No, it's only 50 gold. You have a +2, and if you want that maximum of +6, 250 gold total, and you get a +6 to your roll.
Yeah.
Go for it.
And that's an intelligence check again?
Yes.
All right. 20.
26.
26, yes.
Oh, okay. So, where Glenn went the route of the children's books and preteen books and things such as that, you went more into the
Adult
route.
novels.
Gabriel,
It's
have you
accurate.
seen this? But no, you went into more of the realm of trying to tie in specific events and math out where it might have occurred. Recorded, at least on your continent, there's no recorded history of the Blitera Academy whatsoever. Not with any nonfiction writings, of course. However, around 400-500 years ago or so, there was bits of falling terrain and objects that resembled that of an academy mysteriously. Crawling out from inside of them were the strange undead creatures. One of the locations of such an event was in the Fukai Lake, which is over here.
Yeah. Which is
Um,
the funniest name.
yeah, Fuka Lake.
I
And what had crash landed there had sunken down to the very depths of this lake, and nobody is aware of what lies down there. And, well, there has been some recordings of undead entities crawling out from the lake, but it is such an incredibly deep location that if there is more dangers down there, they're pretty much just stuck under the pressure of the waters. Another location where that had occurred at the Mountainous Tree, which, thanks to your independent research, is this massive landmark that is east of the Shivan Rest and the Crosslands. Notably, starting at this location here is where civilization seems to dwindle down on Komortar. Many of the threats are so dangerous out there that they have not been able to settle large towns or societies because the average individual just could not possibly survive. A third location was rumored to have fallen closer in proximity to that, but a bit more northwards. That is all the information you discovered during your research.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. 13 through 16, you're doing religious services.
Mm-hmm. And
that's just favors.
doing religious services, trying to recruit.
Okay, then I need you to roll me a persuasion check for your religious service.
Okay. Does that also count with my feather?
This one does not. This is how you are perceived by everybody, not you conversing with
Okay.
them.
Then I will use my second advantage.
Go for it.
17.
All right. You end up accumulating yet another favor from the church thanks to your dedication to the people and everything they do. Alrighty. So that's your downtime resolved, right?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Now we can get rid of the Sporting Representatives one. Reese and Samdi.
I'll knock mine's out.
All right.
Mine says an amount.
So.
Yeah. So the first 28 days is me helping with community service and rooting out the corrupted Spaldings, tracking them down, mind-noogling whoever I need to.
Yep. And that is exactly what you do. You find a few tips, and there was a time where Bart read over your shoulder where one of them was rumored to be, but then that one was found dead, so it just happens.
During that month, though, I would like to recover Hillian, my mimic. Keep communication up with my daughter and Rossman, just because I feel like that's going to be important. And then the end of the month, that last 2 days, since I would actually have time to myself, I would want to communicate with Nanu, and that's probably when the Bart stuff happened, to be honest.
Okay.
About maintaining a arrangement between us as like a partner. Like if she ever needs to come to this plane, she needs an anchor, as we've done before. That she has free reign. She just needs to let me know. And if I need something from hell, right, she's gonna help me by getting me to hell.
That type of favor is a little too equal in exchange. That would be equivalent in nature, but she's an Aaron, yes. She does not like equality. She likes to be above. So her counteroffer to that.
Yes.
When she needs an anchor in the material realm, you will give her your hand, and she will give you hers. And in exchange for that, when she comes on her terms, If you need to know something, she will answer it to you.
Okay. Trying to think. I will add on the contempt that if she does show up, though, not only will she provide me information that I need at that time, but also keep me up on the whole Lucifage situation.
Luciphon?
Yeah, Luciphon situation.
Easy enough. She's a chatty
Okay.
Cathy. Alrighty.
Get the T.
So that's your first month done.
Yes.
Broom of Flying.
Yes. So for that, I'm just that's a buyer commission. It's not me looking for it. Like I'm literally gonna just like if I can't find it right away, I'm just gonna have someone make it.
Okay, so you're gonna have somebody craft it
Yeah.
for you. Okay, easy enough.
It's for transportation purposes for myself.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, not mortals aren't lucky enough to have clouds.
Yeah. Honestly, a little bit of it was me being envious of Monkey.
Alrighty. What rarity is a broom of flying? Don't say uncommon.
Uncommon,
That's
baby.
fucking stupid.
Yeah. It's because it's a stick. You can fall off of it.
Yeah, true, and I will make you do deck saves.
Yeah.
Anyways, so materials 200. The individual that you are paying will be another 500, so you're looking at 700 gold.
700?
Yep, it'll be
Okay,
ready in
not
2
an issue.
weeks.
Not an issue. And then for the downtime activities, I'm attempting to just rekindle a connection, like make a since she's the new head cleric, I'm trying to build a connection relationship with her.
Okay, so carousing then.
Yes. I put religious activities, but it's like whatever you want.
Oh, if you want to do a religious service to get a favor from her, that's completely different. We could do that.
Which would be more in line with what I want. Like to build a connection with.
To build a connection, carousing. That is, you are
Carousing?
trying to
Okay.
you're trying to create a better understanding between you and the individual, so you're more mutually open to the idea of helping. If you're trying to make her indebted to you, you do a favor for her, religious favor, and then she will pay you back in kind.
Okay, now I'll do carousing.
Okay. So for her, yeah, that's 250 gold per week. How many weeks are we doing this?
It's just one.
Oh, easy
So
enough.
110 day.
250 gold and roll a persuasion roll.
250 gold. I'll put that on a note somewhere. There it is. You said persuasion?
Yep.
I'm gonna roll this with lucky. That way it's straight. Do you want the 34 or the 35?
We'll take either. Alrighty. So,
Okay.
yes, she is much more. Thanks to your recommendation, the Church of Asmodeus now has even more influence in the city than it previously did. As such, it is now also in charge of the finances of the city. She is very happy to be working with you and
Okay.
consider you a close colleague.
Okay.
Y'all really gave Asmodeus access to the funds.
It made the most sense.
No, well,
Reasonably, yes.
I, as a player, could I didn't want to be like, yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah,
do
I-
request that your magic broom goes dun, 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 dun,
Just for
anytime
you.
you write it. Just
It's only when it's next to cloud it makes that sound.
there we go.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Not to make a spell that turns him into a tornado.
Just have cloud in a tornado shape.
Week 2, I'm just switching my hours back.
Alrighty.
Pedal power.
And
then
downtime
I'm
research post
Yeah.
possession of fiendish ooze and how to exercise them, as well as
I
how
want to exercise, and then I want to be able to hurt the ooze, the person possessing, through the person who it's possessed.
I told you.
That's a big ask.
Baking
Ultimately,
soda
I
and
just want to.
vinegar.
Yeah, ultimately, I just want to hurt someone through. I want to hurt whatever's possessing you through the guy. I don't care if the guy gets hurt.
Alrighty. So research. 50 GP off the bat. You don't have to pay for that, obviously. But if you want additional assistance, you have to pay 300 gold to get that +6.
Yes, I'll do the +6. So
Alrighty.
I put all my stuff as if I was paying the 50.
And only
gosh.
1 week?
Yeah, I'm only doing the 1 week.
Okay.
Everything's in 10 days here.
Then roll me an intelligence check.
Okay.
Research. Damn,
Intelligence.
Samdi, you're on a roll.
That is
Yeah.
good.
research, and then it's +6, so 28, natural 20.
Oh, you did advantage. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm
So
using lucky.
the only way to de-ooze something, when something is oozed appropriately, what they were previously is gone. They are now made out of the ooze. Now, in the instances of ooze possessing an individual, there could be a way, if you gain the true name of this ooze, that you could create a magic circle and capsule it inside, and then banish the ooze itself from it. Now, to hurt the entity that is possessing, you would need more clerical abilities to do that. Oozes in particular, necrotic energies, are exceptional if it comes from clerical sources. Mostly because they're made out of a lot of water. Water no like necrotic.
Noted.
Alrighty. But yeah, that's what you find out. But yeah, if something is oozed, that thing is gone.
And then the next section is a Asmodeus situation. I would not like it read out loud.
Week 4, correct?
Yes. I think it's under week 3. It's whatever the one after that one is. Yeah, week 3. Downtime religious activities.
I don't know if I agree with that. I think Monkey's the only one allowed to do like super stuff.
It's regarding that one guy we beat up.
Yeah. Okay. In order to put you through that transition, that is going to take 2 weeks.
Okay. That's the reason why I left the last week blank.
Okay,
Just in
so
case things got pushed
those
back.
2 weeks are spent now.
Okay.
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 I'll whisper you real quick.
That's not an issue. So the week 4 would be the week 1. So I mean, I don't know how you. I can edit as you go if you need.
No, not necessary. So now I can start reading again.
Yes.
Continue to assist the princess in any logistical situations that would require a diplomat as well as work in the office. Spent. That's just you guys did yours.
Damn
Getting
it.
people in order. So that week is spent. Good.
The one after that was attempt to find out about my second kin that was brought up.
Oh.
Because week 4 became week 1 because of the whole change. It's gonna kind of be weird. It's like now the number before because you pushed things.
Yeah, just update it for me so I can go back to reading
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
It'll
yeah.
make my life a lot easier. Yeah.
I mean, if you want, I could just delete it as we go on.
Yeah, but you have to save, open, or I don't see the difference. I only see when you
Okay.
hit save.
Okay, that's not an issue.
So go ahead and hit save.
Let me get over there very quick. Brim of flying. So right now, I'm just gonna delete what I got. So it'd be this one. So that's the current one. That's where you're at right now.
Where?
It's very top. I just deleted what was before because I.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Would have tried. That is not considered a carousing. That is considered a research.
Okay, yeah, because I thought carousing because we were in the outer city, and I don't know how well records are kept from people in the outer city.
Oh,
Yeah.
they don't. They're too poor to care about keeping records. They've been.
That's why I was thinking
Yeah.
carousing because there's old people there.
Well, so research isn't just like I go through books and I look. It's also you going up to people, you're talking to people, you find out this information, you go to this
Okay.
location, you find there's a lot more to research than just I flip through books because
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not an issue. I just gotta keep an eye on the gold. Okay.
all right. So for this one, since this is not researched through the Church of Asmodeus, you actually have to pay your bribes and fees.
Yeah, I'll pay the 300.
350 is what gives you +6.
350 it is.
Cool.
So
Go ahead and roll your intelligence check with a +6. Ba-dum, bum.
21 plus 6.
Why do you have advantage?
Because
Lucky.
of the lucky
Yeah.
situation. Yeah.
Perfect.
That's why I brought it up before. Demonic luck. Or devilish luck.
So, let's change the music a little bit. There it is. You first start by meeting up with some of the halflings, the older ones within the community, and see which of them remembers you when you were out here. Now, your time spent here was noted. You were tended to, cared for. They were your community. So some of the older ones start talking to you about different various situations, and you begin to remember that you did have a handful of fleetful nights, let's call it, before you fell madly in love with your ex-wife. They start reminding you of this, and you start remembering the various individuals that you, before you became tainted and corrupted by hatred and vengeance that filled your heart, used to believe in love full-heartedly. Falling in and out of love as quickly as you could go from one spot to another. Some of those evenings were spent with you highly intoxicated. And various activities did take place during that time. Now, one of these relationships you kind of blocked out, the one before your wife. Her name was Vale. She was a half-elf. Let me get her surname for you real quick. Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it either. Vale Moonfire was her name. And you were going in and out of love for months over this woman. Very chaotic person. She stuck to the woods as she was half wood elf, and she liked to do her hunting and liked to, sometimes share the food with other people and hang out with people and just ultimately having a good time, You do recall having intimate moments with her. And you do recall a very abrupt end between you and her's relationship. And then she just left, never came back. You remember she was heading somewhere northwards when she left, though. And rumors have it that you weren't perceived by her people, the elven side, as being, well, a proper mate and match for their lineage. So now you have to think and wonder, in your drunken and love-filled exploits, could that have spawned a child?
Noted. I'll write it down in that journal that I have. And keep that in mind going forward.
Alrighty.
I updated the things, that way they're actually in order now.
Appreciated. Now we can go back to the fun music. Boop, boop. Boop.
So the next one. It's funny that cat over there said that Noah's on her side.
Implementing a Church of Lyra rehab facility.
Rehab facility, right? So
Yep.
the issue with a lot of the Spaldings, right, that are not corrupted but I know a lot of their dirty laundry, right? So I know certain Spaldings that didn't get got, right? They scooted on their system just a little bit. So I would like to carouse them to try and it would be better for you. It would behoove you to put funds towards this center.
And what exactly type of rehab center are we talking about for?
Rehab or re-education or rehab facility. So it's like for anything, like drugs, right?
So
addiction.
like just a center for people who need help breaking whatever
Yes.
previous habits they had.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Including rogues and thieving and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes,
perfect.
100% that.
We're not going
Yeah.
to consider this a persuasion roll. It's going to be intimidation.
Sure.
Because based off
Yeah.
of how you've interacted with Spaldings.
It would behoove you.
And yeah, I think Kat too would absolutely have Davina support that.
Mm-hmm. I like to think that if it does get made, right, Kat wouldn't know about it, and she'll just see Reese's face on the placard one day.
What the fuck is that?
Just the Church of
30.
Lyra's symbol and then Reese going, hey.
Yeah.
Just
And I would make sure I would let the Asmodeus church know that it's for the best because people look at us like we're too bad. So it actually helps us with our face.
Yeah, it's for perception. It's good, yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay, so go ahead and roll your 30. Yeah,
it was 30.
yeah.
That shield's putting in some work.
You will have to go to the representatives and clarify a section of one of the areas in the city for them.
Sure.
Where
They
would
re-
you
they re-
want to put it?
I would like them to demolish Georgie's house. Georgie? No.
Yeah.
Joshy.
Joshy's house, and then use that facility since it was a massive facility on itself.
Oh, and they already have the tables for strapping people down in there, so it's perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
And one day I'm in passing would just let Kat know, like, oh, as a heads up, there's a Lyra facility now. You're doing good work out there.
Wait, where did Reese's handout go? Shit, there it is. Okay. You just pass it on your way to work one day and you... God damn
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
it. Alrighty,
Not
well,
so much the heartless monster you thought I was.
next week, spend time in casino trying to make contact with anyone who can point him out to the desert hag.
Yes, so to get the circle there, I already talked to Samdi, right? I would sending Samdi for him to show up. I will reimburse him the chalk needed for my circle.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also that way I can get the magic circle for casino.
Oh,
I'm not sending you to a magic circle. I'm using your magic turtle to come back, and I'm teleporting.
Oh, yeah, I need
Yeah.
the magic circle there. So I would still end up asking Kat.
Well, she has
So
it in
Kat.
her book. She can
Yeah.
decide if she wants to give it
Are
to
you
you or
going
not.
to?
She's gonna be like, so what kind of deal would you like to make me?
No, the
Have a
ass is
day,
bitten.
boss.
Oh, you're good. You're very good. What would
Not
you
from
like?
the best.
Of course, dearie. What would you like? How about the last 4 months being rent free? Would that work?
That would work, but but also
You
part
can stay
of
with
it
Davina if you
is-
want.
Part
You
of it
can.
is that I am concerned for Bartokov's successes. I'm willing to do anything it takes to contain him, hopefully not hurt him in that process. I would trade you a favor of taking you to casino and giving you the circle in return for a favor in regards to keeping him. How should I put this? Contained. I think that's the appropriate word.
Well,
Very good.
interesting. So you want me to help you contain whatever's inside of him? Is that what I'm understanding?
Yes, and to hamper his work around recruitment.
So you're gonna give him Katsune's magic circle.
I will let you know now,
Mhm.
right, that if you need him keeping tabs on, I have no issues having an imp follow him. Secondly, this divine race that you mentioned, with how that ooze took away my revenge, I have no problem stopping him from ascending. He
Oh,
took what was rightfully
no!
mine.
Oh no! Consequences for his own actions.
Hey, player characters hate that shit. Don't even start.
Oh, she will shake on that.
That's not an issue, dude.
Absolutely.
And I'll get the circle
All right,
from your
while you're
book, I guess.
conspiring against me, I will leave. Have a nice evening, everyone.
You have a great time. Enjoy your movie.
Have fun. After I get the circle from you, I would still do a sending for Sandy since he's very adamant about wanting to be the one to take me to casino.
I was not. I was just saying I could.
Okay, then you don't have to. I thank you for the circle, and I'll circle over there. And then during that week, I would like to just find, because I figure someone who's rich got rich through this hag. So that's the angle I'm getting.
So, who told you about this hag?
I forgot where, right? It came up because of the eye, right? Because I wanted to put the implementation in my eye. But I have in my notes the desert hag of casino.
So, this is going to require 1 week of research to try to find
Okay.
your information pertaining to her. Go ahead and roll.
Intelligence? Ooh,
Still an
this is
intelligence check, yeah.
Okay, so this is a research thing. Okay, and then I will change this to 350. I'll subtract my gold at the end because I'm editing stuff as I go. Okay, intelligence. So it's 27.
Okay. You find out that apparently there's not so much a hag, or maybe a hag. They look mostly humanoid. People are kind of freaked out by them. Well, people indebted to them are. Everyone else kind of like just passively leaves it by. She runs a shop here in town. Within the Ornament Bazaar. She has a lovely tent out there. And when
Okay.
you arrive at the end of that week, you walk into the tent and you see Samdi sitting there sipping tea with Mama Vusi.
Hello, Samdi.
Reese.
Small world.
I hear you've been asking questions about me.
Yes, I was referenced you to being the one that has the ability of putting this into my head.
She'll just look at you, Samdi. You know, it was actually quite entertaining having him look for me for a week. Good call.
I mean,
My favorite part is this hag that can make someone rich, and it's Somdi next to her, who was like, gas for.
I mean, not.
Yeah.
I mean, not to belittle her financial status. I think if she just asks me, I would. She's like, "Oh, hey, you need money for this fucking deal? Sure, here you go."
So, you want what eye in your head?
I pull out the intervention eye, the
So I-
spectator eye.
Intervention.
Intervention eye.
Okay. And which...
The eye of interventions. You need to
Innervation.
stop. I
Yeah,
said
the
N.
innovate. Innovate.
This is what Mama
Here.
Vusi looks like. Still love that art.
Look at her. I will say, by the way, your body art is fantastic. Just to add on to that.
I got that from my brother a long time ago.
I respect body art a lot.
Well, so tell me again out of character, what's the eye that you're trying to get?
It's the eyeball that we got from the spectator, right? That, yeah,
The
this
beholder.
Is it beholder? Yeah, the beholder. My bad.
His name was like something
Oh,
spectator.
do you remember which stock it was?
It was the intervention stock.
It's
Intervention.
Innervation.
Innovation.
yeah.
I can't say it.
There
Okay.
you are, because I have it.
I can't speak. Yes.
Oh, and you
told
want
us
to?
we can make it into a wand originally, and I was like, no, I want to stick this in either my head or Glenn's head.
So, what is
Glenn
it that
at
you
this time
come
is out of
here
town.
offering me, servant of the devils?
I don't know. What do you want?
I have money. I have agents. I don't require favor. I want entertainment.
Entertainment.
Anything unique you can't find lying around the desert somewhere. I like things that are bizarre.
Bizarre. I have this. It was and I pull out the music box that contains 2 songs, and they starts playing, and it sounds like a horror track and like another horror track, but they're out of sync. I've had this as long as I've been working.
I think you still need that, sweetheart.
If you believe that, I put it away. Let me see what else I got here. Let me go into my bag.
She'll just give you a look, Samdi, like this is the fun part.
Bag.
Santi's just sipping tea in the corner. Just
I can provide you.
Do you like the matcha?
Oh, fuck the eye stock. Beholder membrane? Nah, it's gonna be decayed. No, I think the freaking mimic ate that by now. So
it's mostly tea to me. Just conversation.
Bum, bum,
I can give you the
bum.
notes
world.
on a personal spell. The
Is
ability
it?
to rip a heart out.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Hmm.
I've mentioned before that out of everyone I know, Samdi's and my magics are similar. My magic draws from emotions, and his draws from the internals.
She'll raise her finger, and you watch as a small sack just falls off the shelf onto the table in front of her. And when she opens it, it's filled with hearts that are petrified. I have that covered.
Well, that's interesting.
Samdi, at this point, Samdi is going to say, for what it's worth, it's more control than anything.
Yeah. Once the heart's out of them, they're still alive. But you have the power of control.
Samdi, do I strike you as an individual who needs to have control to feel in power?
Control is power.
No, thank you.
Samdi's just going to look semi-sheepish for a second and say, oh, I owe him some help. He seems a bit lost.
What is it?
Talking to me or her or him?
To you. Yeah.
No, just I guess just taking the week wasn't enough to prepare him for your dealings. He's used to, devils.
Yes. Most of my weird stuff's in the shop and display. I mean, I did help one of your lovely friends get hold of a soul that he was looking for. I don't know if that matters.
Oh, that is between you and him,
Somni, I
not
assumed.
me.
But
He
you have
is in
connections.
my good. Oh, of course. Which is why I'm more than happy to speak to you right now about this. Would you like a cup of tea?
Yes.
She will pour you a cup of very swampy green tea with a nice dash of matcha in it.
As a wait, what the fuck?
He proceeds to
cat.
cast that.
I was like, what? I drink tea and I go, oh, this is actually pretty good. And I go, what would you like?
How about your other eye?
Kind of need it,
Do you?
right? It's the issue.
Why?
To see.
You want the ability of the aberration?
What about the eye you pluck out and replace it?
That eye's of no use to me. I could simply add it to my barrel of eyes over there. She gestures, and you see there's a very large gorge that has eyeballs just sitting in it. Not all humanoid. But an eye that sees. Ooh, now that is good.
But you'd remove it out of my head.
Of course. How else do I put the other one in there?
The big eye.
It is.
That's what I'm saying. Like you're taking the eye that gets replaced, or you're taking the other eye that isn't replaced.
The eye that is getting replaced, I will take it if you give it to me, but I don't care for it in trade. I'm asking for the other eye.
Unfortunately, that is a deal I can't give.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
My eyes are special to me.
But you'll still
many.
see very fine with the other eye.
Yes. So then I would ask, right, is this eye going to be permanently gone? Or would I have the ability to bring it back?
Oh, the other eye will stay there. It'll just be mine.
No, I'm saying so I won't have an eye at all, is what I'm understanding.
I'm going to, if we make this deal,
Yes.
pluck your one eye. It is
Yes.
garbage, trash, it doesn't matter.
Yes.
And put in the aberration eye. And then you will gift me your other eye as payment.
Which you'll pluck immediately there.
No, I never said I would take it. I said it would be mine.
So it would become yours.
She gives you
I
a
tell you
look,
what.
Samdi, and a little wink.
I'll tell you what.
This player understands.
No, I get it. I just got it. I thought she wanted to take it and I'd be blind in one eye.
No, she wants it. She doesn't want to take it.
Yeah. When you say you want it, right? How about in the awful chance that my demise would happen, it is yours,
No.
right?
Your demise is already promised to the hells, and I do not deal in dead. I deal in life.
In life. Damn, this is rough. You know what? Sure.
Wonderful. She'll take
That
she'll take a little vial out from underneath her sleeve and dash it into your tea. Drink all of that. I think you don't want to be awake through this.
I take a drink.
Within a couple of minutes of sitting there conversing, very nice, lovely conversation with this mysteriously and strange woman, you do eventually pass out, head cracking on the table.
since it feels like it might be magical means, I put on the trance ring. That way I can sleep.
Yeah. And when you wake up, everything has this reddish hue to it. And you look over, and there's apparently somebody currently selling a very large hump of a camel to her, and she's taking it and trading for gold.
I immediately check my liver to make sure my spleen, my kidneys, all that is intact.
All right, medicine check.
Oh shit!
Shit,
Somebody
how many of
stands
these did I
next.
have?
Yeah,
No,
but
no, no.
camel
Somebody
hump on
stand-
your back.
Somebody stands next to you munching on something nondescript.
Oh no! Son, take my kidney.
No, your kidneys are already fucked.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, way too much coffee. Your kidney's gone.
Okay,
But no,
There's like 3 stones in there.
every you don't have any scars outside of on your face. There's 2 scars, one that goes straight down under your eye, and another one that goes from the top of your eye over to the side of your cranium. And she hands you a mirror, and when you look at it, you have this much more bulbous looking eye that you, when you blink, your lid like shapes over it and then goes back. And that's what's causing everything to look a little red when you look around. You also have these mutated looking markings on the side of your head as well.
Because of
Maurice.
that ability I gained, I'm able to hide specific features of me. I'm gonna just make it look normal.
But you know.
Yeah.
Before you change it, somebody's just going to say, "Well, Reese, now your insides match the outsides."
So beautiful.
Well, it was good dealing with you, little devil boy. And thank
It was a
you for that
pleasure.
eye.
A pleasure.
You look at the other eye, and yeah, it's there. You
It's
feel it. It's there. You can see.
Okay. Sweet.
Perfect. Next up.
So I said I had an amount that I was doing.
Yeah.
So the next week was to be taken into consideration if I had to spend a week there.
Which you did
and-
researching.
Yeah, so I spent week 2 researching opposed to carousing. So week 3, opposed to spending the time trying to find it, can I just do that as carousing me contacts since I'm gonna be coming back anyways?
Yeah, you can carouse. Go for it.
Okay. I'm gonna do the 250 for the high class,
Go for it.
and this will be with the lucky. This is before I leave. $33.
Alrighty. Let me get casino.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So in your higher class researches, you find out that there's a hierarchy of various different tribes here in Casino. The tribes are labeled as Kaziun, Katiri Mil, Almaj, Katsun, Fasid, Iman, and Nirfa. As you are reading through all of them, you do end up meeting a few of these individuals and starting to understand references people are making. The first individual you meet is the Katiri Mills fighting pits and military leader, Lakudra,
Lakudra.
an orcish woman that on many occasions has had many influential conversations and references made towards Bart being her bottom.
Yeah. That's the Dami Mommy out in Casino.
Yep.
He gets one every fucking way. Every fucking story arc.
Listen, this is what he asked for and he pays for it. It's some
Yes, he
people
does
want
pay for it.
stories.
Yes, he does pay for it.
And then you find
Character and out.
the very young leader of the Kaziun, who is the leader of the casinos and gambling in general, Gitash. And all of these are referred to as leader Gitash, leader Lakudra. All of them have these honorifics given to them. Interestingly enough, you meet another individual who is no longer a leader, has stepped down from that position, but is still in charge of the Katsun to some degree. His name is Shinari Sun.
Oh,
Yeah, he stepped down.
Yeah, Tilt's running the show.
That makes sense. Okay.
So,
Glad
Gitash
that's
is a human, and Shinari is a Abakwin elf, which is a drow for the Abakwin deserts.
like a reverse drag.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, it's smart when you live in a desert to travel at night instead of during the daytime. So
Okay.
drows would flourish in a society like that,
yes.
when you think about it.
it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the week after that is just spend time casino, blah, blah, downtime activity, carousing. Did that. Okay. The next one is assist princess in logistics affairs because I said I would do that once a month.
Yep, done.
Yeah. So downtime activities working. Week 1 of the last month is leaves with daughter to tutor, right? So during that time, I would go to get my daughter, her tutor, and I would put the invitation to Rossman if she wanted to come with us on a week vacation to casino.
Rossman is unfortunately a little busy right now with her new position and loving it. So
Okay.
she's kind of a workaholic. Vacations isn't really,
Yes.
There's so many
I'm
things
gambling.
Asmodeus can do with control over the finances of that city.
I chose it because she was generally the good one from what
Neutral.
I'm understanding. Yeah, neutral one.
She was generally the
So-
most neutral of all of them.
Yeah, because all of them were like some form of lawful evil.
Yeah.
She's more lawful neutral.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to casino for high stakes gambling. So I'm gambling 1,000 gold.
Alrighty, so we
Yeah.
are doing high stakes gambling.
Yes.
Okay.
I have all of my money on a Word document. I'll update it after. So that way it's
Okay.
viewable now.
So you're starting with 1,000 gold. You're going to be
Yes.
making me 3 checks: insight, deception, intimidation. If you are
Intimidation.
proficient with an appropriate gaming set, that tool proficiency can replace the relevant skill in any of those 3 checks.
I can be, right? So I'm going to say that I am proficient with whatever game that night because, I have
Cards.
that ability.
Just make it easy. Cards.
Cards, but I'm still going to use the skill checks
Okay.
because they're better.
Insight, deception, intimidation. You have to give me
Okay.
all 3 of those rolls,
Mhm.
and then I will roll my 2d10s plus 5.
Okay. And then would I be able to roll those all with advantage because it's 3 luck points, or do you?
No,
want me
you
to
can
just
only
roll
do
with
one of those of your choice.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I assumed. I'm gonna do insight with the advantage then. And then for
Well, that's one
the-
success.
Yeah, for deception, I'm going to use my in-game advantage to get advantage
Okay.
to 20. And then lastly, I'm going to do a flat for intimidation, you said, right?
Yep.
Oh boy. Intimidation. 20. That's not bad. Not bad.
That is 3 successes. You double the amount of money you bet, up to 2,000. Now you are noted as not just a beginner here in casino, but somebody who actually knows what they're doing, meaning the DCs have just gone up and become more difficult.
Yeah, this is all during a week of gambling. I think that it was me, my daughter, her tutor, right? And we were just like gambling it up.
So only 1 week of gambling? What about the next week?
There's only 1 week because it's a 1 week of gambling with her, and then we come back because this is like to award her
All right.
for finishing the circle.
Let's try to speed through this. What's next?
Yes. Sorry. 1 week of that gambling, return from vacation, downtime activity. Returns to the city. So it was for this week. It's just me going back in the shops, just logistics.
Okay, so
And
just
then-
upkeep. All right, next.
Yeah. Downtime activity, religious activities. Religious activities. I'm working with the Church of Asmodeus to make sure that their face is kept.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion roll.
Okay.
All right, you've accumulated 2 minor to medium favors.
Okay, and then that was it. The last week was open for anything, so I'm just gonna say that it was just me helping with
Chilling.
logistics.
Perfect. All
sorry about
right,
that, guys.
you're
It's
good.
a lot.
Last one, Somdi.
Oh, good.
Month 1, religious service. Persuasion or religion check, your call.
Persuasion.
Go for it.
That's horrible.
That really is.
Do I get per month or just? Is it
what were you
one
asking?
for the entire month or is it for each week?
For each week.
Okay, so first week.
Yeah, until you accumulate 2 favors, and then you're locked out. All right, second week,
All right.
because you got nothing on that one. So second week.
Second week.
Uh, 12. That is 1 religious favor. Third week.
God
10.
damn it.
Nothing. Fourth week.
17.
Okay, there you go. You topped off at your 2 favors.
Who knew I needed the 2?
Oh no, that's
Fucking
3
month.
favors total. Yeah, a character can have a maximum number of unused favors equal to 1 plus their charisma modifier. Yeah, what were you saying, Kat?
I was just checking back. I only had 1 persuasion. I think I had 3 weeks of.
Oh, then go ahead and roll.
Okay. I was just wanted to make sure that did the mechanic.
That's why
13,
I broke it down
14,
per week.
Yeah.
15, 16. So I have 4. And it's 1 plus charisma modifier.
That you can have as a maximum. So you have to
Okay.
roll each time. So if you only have 1, that means you only earned 1.
Okay, I got 1.
Alrighty, that tops you off for another 1.
So 2.
That tops you off another 1. You're still sitting at 3,
Yeah,
and that's it, right?
that's it. Yep.
Okay, fine. Somdi. Next up, month 2 and 3, gambling. Alrighty, Somdi, you're already noted as a good gambler here, which is why you can start off on the 1000s tables, no problem whatsoever. But the DCs are already a little higher for you, so I get 1 additional D10 on my rolls. That's all. Go ahead and make your respective checks. Wait, what are they
Since
again?
that last month is one of the ones I'm in, can I give him an inspiration on the 1 die?
Exactly 1 die during the whole roll, sure.
All right, so insight,
D10.
deception, and intimidation, right?
Unless you are proficient and you can replace one of those 3.
I'm proficient in all 3.
Okay.
Who knew? A man from the gambling town. Well, it's
All right.
the perfect stats for
So-
gambling.
Insight.
Bada bing.
That is a failure. Deception.
Can I use my D10 on this?
Oh, yeah, you could use it on the inside if you want.
1.
Keep in mind, I do have a +5 to my roll, so I'm sitting at 18.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
And deception first or intimidation? Doesn't matter.
Deception.
Okay, I need to roll a couple of D20s.
Well, that was going to be a failure, almost guaranteed.
You don't fucking say.
Alrighty, intimidation.
Yeah, okay, if this is fucked, I'm rolling a couple of D20s.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I have not rolled. I
Above a
rolled 112.
5. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and roll a bunch of D20s. Boo, boo. Boom. Boo, doo, doo. Ba-dum. Yeah, that wasn't bad. Alrighty, so your first week is 3 failures.
I lose 1,000 and have to pay 500.
Yep. Are you going to keep going?
I have nothing else to do.
That's a bad night, man. That's a real bad night.
Oh.
That's one more slot machine. One more slot machine.
All right, go ahead and roll your first roll.
Remember, the house always loses.
That's
All right.
1 success. Second roll.
God fuck me.
Third roll.
I cannot lose this.
Well, you can.
All right, 2 wins. You gain the amount you bet plus half again more.
I am back to square one.
Woo! Alrighty. Third week.
In
There's
the end, the
five of
house
these.
loses. You got this.
Insight.
Boom. 16.
Nope.
Fuck.
Deception. Nope. Intimidation.
Why do you do this to me, Joey?
Joey.
You're the one that decided.
You're gambling. That is 3 failures.
Doesn't it go towards the attacker?
Yeah, it has +5 to all these rolls. You're gambling
you're-
with professional gamblers that know you're good. You're attracting good players to the table.
You hear in the back of your head,
Shut the
maybe you
fuck up.
should pray to me.
Oh my god. I'm
Alrighty.
gonna be here all year. Carl, you're gonna have to make a new character.
All right. So now we're on to month 2 of this, or month 3 technically. Ready?
I only rolled 3 sets.
Oh, okay. One more. God damn.
I told him he didn't listen.
Can you shut up?
All right. Next one.
Okay.
That's a good one. All right. 1 success. And third one. One success. You only lose half of what you bet.
What is this shit?
Yeah, this is really below average. All right. Next week. That's a failure. Deception. That's a success. That is a failure. Lose half.
Can I ask a question as to why you're using 3 instead of 10?
Yes, because
two, or
you
2.
in casino they have their own special way of dealing with it. If you're a common gambler, you only deal with the 2d10s plus 5, but you are a noteworthy gambler. They know you in the city, they know who you are, and because of that, if you make a big win, you win a lot more than just double the amount that you put in, but there's a higher chance of losing. So, you would go to those tables because you attract those types of players. You're like a
I'm gonna
professional
lose half my
gambler.
bet. I had 1 success, 2 failures.
1 success, 2 failures. Yeah. Go again?
I'm rolling with 500.
Alrighty.
You know what?
What?
Yeah, no, I couldn't. I'm not going to risk it. I'm sorry. Well, there goes all my downtime activities.
So you're not doing the gambling anymore?
I don't think I'm going to recover from it, even if I get nothing but successes from now on.
Okay. So do you want to do a different activity? Commit a crime?
I can't do anything else. My character is not good for anything else.
Selling magic items?
I don't have anything to sell.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not that I want to get rid of, so I'm just gonna spend the
Crafting
rest of it.
an item?
I have 500 gold on me.
Do you not have other random materials and party loots and stuff like that?
We got party loot.
Yes.
Have party loot, just don't use that money to gamble.
To answer this question, no, I don't think I'm gonna do anything else.
Okay. Well, then, everybody, we resolved the downtime of everything. So that's going to be where we call the session. When we come back, everybody gets to meet up and see the new Spalding and see how it has shifted and changed. Players, thank you very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. Hope you had a great time. See you next time.